And oh shit, here it is, episode 3 of DB's MPC podcast. And I've got Cameo and Alex here with me.
Wub-lub-a-dub-dub.
What's up?
We're going to be talking about food, glorious food, and a couple other things. But it's, what is today, Thursday? It's a Thursday night?
Yeah,
Yep.
Thursday.
It's 9 o'clock. It was an okay day. It was April Fool's yesterday. I didn't April Fool's anyone.
Everybody was pregnant or engaged on my feed.
Yeah, I woke up and I saw a man on the street and I tore him in half. I felt really good that morning.
Just an April Fool's.
like a fucking phone book, too.
Yeah, and I only got fooled at work. But what made the day for me not April Fooling anyone, did anyone else see the Patton Oswalt Twitter feed?
No.
About his April Fool's joke. Okay, hang on. We gotta talk about this for a minute. It was April Fool's.
Wait. I gotta say, man, this music makes me want to dance.
It does. So this is it. I'm using it. This is the first minute or so. Is the introduction song provided by Earl. Its title is "It's All Too Common."
Sounds good.
Yeah, I like it. It's exciting.
I could fuck to it.
I have fucked to it. No, not yet. I'm just in my imagination.
I just get a Polaroid of Earl.
If you can fuck to this song, that means you're fucking to this podcast. And that means you're... No, that's too far. Too much. Alright, what am I looking for here? It was this. Patton Oswalt went on the most epic Twitter rampage, I think he meant. Misspelling, whatever.
Wow.
It's 53 parts. Like, he went on a Twitter rant. You know, it's the limit of, 144 characters? Mm-hmm. So, his first one is this, is question. Why did the man throw butter out of the window? The answer? He wanted to see butterfly. That's the joke.
Ouch.
So then he just continues to say, man in my previous tweet should not be construed as privileged, misogynist, or anti-trans. Part 3 continues with, nor should there be any assumption of said man's race or religion. It could be an African-American man, Asian, or anyone. Anyone of the vast multicultural mosaic which make up the world we live in today. Man was simply an archaic placeholder for the subject of the joke, and thus should not denote privilege, nor exclude any sexuality, religion, nationality, or offend any feelings the joke listener may or may not have or have ever experienced in the past. And that I'm going to stop there because it's a rant.
It keeps going.
That's part
awesome.
6. But he goes on to clarify why every word of that joke should not offend anyone.
Wow, he does.
He does. And it goes, I'm seeing a few of them he reposts here. Problematic, privileged.
Oh,
but
shit.
What really kissed the whole thing, and I was dying laughing reading through it. I highly recommend you look it up. The
last one.
That's awesome.
So his last two are this. His last two state, welcome to comedy in 2015. The last one states, also the come part of welcome shouldn't be construed in a faggy way. It was just fucking the whole way through. It's brilliant. Why every word in that joke should not offend you at all. It should not.
And he's my hero.
That's awesome.
It was hilarious. I have not read something that funny in a long time. And, as like a short aspiring comic, it was amazing to see that to me was like delivering his next 15-minute set via Twitter. Like, he's almost reinventing the way that you can use social media and be funny, and it's a new approach to delivering a joke. It was just a current joke, but it was a rant, but just the way he delivers it, that shows you can deliver comedy in a completely different media. I don't think is done often enough. Comedians write books, but who writes a comedic article that...
Well, that's like, it's straight up like, this is my joke, part 1 of 53.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, wow.
Continue reading, continue scrolling.
It's funny, but it's not, at the same time, I just want to applaud him because it's like, dude took fucking time out of his day to do that,
Well, and how true is that, too?
Yeah.
Look at the Seahawks player who made the joke about drunk driving, and everybody got offended.
Ugh.
It's like, come on, it's comedy, and whether or not you find it that funny, I don't think it's right for you to go on your little rampage about, oh, you're this, you're racist, you think this way. It's everybody fucking does it, and it's irritating.
You know, hey, the internet bringing people together. Shit.
Well, there's something. Oh, now I gotta find something. Jim Norton. I love Jim Norton, how he speaks for it too.
Oh, he's funny. At the same time, kind of creepy.
Oh, absolutely. He'll be the first one to tell you.
Yeah.
He is this is it about Trevor Noah taking over the
Daily Show.
The Daily Show. Jim Norton. This is just the headline. It says Trevor Noah isn't the problem. You are. But read that article too. Check that out. Jim Norton. Trevor Noah isn't the problem. You are. It's on Jim Norton's page. Find him on Facebook. That's where I found it.
Wait, am I okay? Like, I've seen Trevor Noah's stand up and his stuff he's done in like South Africa because I had to research it because I love the Daily Show. Is it just me though? Is it kind of weird like having a guy from another country criticizing America so much? I mean, is that doesn't matter?
No.
Doesn't matter at all?
No.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely not.
I mean, it's like if I'm joking about my house being or like my car being such a piece of crap, and then someone's like, "Wow, that is a piece of crap," I'm gonna be like, "Fuck you, dude." It's like this thing does like.
But aren't we like that eyesore though? Your piece of crap car is an eyesore that everyone's got to look at and go, "Dude, that is a real piece of crap." They look at the states because we're hard to miss worldwide.
Well, we're the best. That's why they're just jealous.
So we're hard to miss. Whatever point of view they're going to have, we're the best. We're the worst. We're a piece of shit car. Or
we're all of it because we're the best.
So I don't blame I don't blame anyone for having a point of view on this country because, like I said, we impose ourselves everywhere. We're everywhere.
True.
Yeah.
We're like one of the most fast-spoken languages in Europe.
Damn straight.
England and America and Canada are only the native English speaking countries, I think.
Cultural warfare, man. We're going to economically destroy them and fucking move in with our fucking McDonald's and Disneylands and...
Yeah, remember that McDonald's in Mexico?
There was a McDonald's in Mexico.
Half of one was taken out by a tsunami.
That's awesome.
We look at it, we're just like, it looks like a slum, just like...
Yeah. Filled with sand, just, the glass windows just broken down. Yeah, it was pretty epic.
It was open like 2 days later, too.
Yeah, they were still just working on it.
I'll pass on the McChicken.
But yeah, so I got to bring the elephant in the room to the table, which is all this food in front of me.
Ooh, yeah.
That's really the topic of tonight, off comedy now, is food. No. And there's some shit in my face.
There's a lot of shit in your face. I got a care package from Australia from a friend, loaded with a bunch of crap to eat.
I love crap.
Delicious crap. I think we should maybe do the jerky first, maybe?
It's scary. It's scary though, because like,
why?
I've seen Crocodile Dundee so many times, and now if I could eat it. So it's made out of kangaroos.
Yes.
Only the cutest ones.
Yes, baby ones. Baby kangaroo jerky.
Straight from the pouch into this pouch.
I can taste the tears.
Really, I think most jerky's treated the same. I mean, well, it is sweeter. It's hitting me now.
Yeah.
Much sweeter.
So
I don't think I've ever had kangaroo before. I've had all the other ones. I've had a lot of different animals.
It's a little chewy. More chewy than jerky, where jerky's kind of dry and breaks apart. But this is like
tender,
nice and moist in the middle.
Really?
Gross.
Yeah. We're really gonna do that.
Just
today.
God, it's so moist. I can squeeze it and a drop falls on my tongue.
I really hate you.
Yeah, so I wanted to bring up too that I don't normally allow eating in front of the microphone because it's kind of disgusting. You gotta listen to a lot of that. But if you understand the topic and I post the topic, before you play the video, it's about food, glorious food. I hope you'd imagine we're having a little something. We all have some delicious coffee here too. It's and water.
Black and sassy.
Tastes a little gamey, too, at the end. You get that?
Yeah. That just means they put up a struggle when they died.
Well, that's good. Well, babies should always fight.
Best part is they save money, and they don't have to remove the bone because it hasn't developed, so it's still soft.
It's really tender.
Yeah.
It's like balut. You just, slurp the baby chicken out.
I've only had it once because I've only found it once. I'd probably eat it again.
I'm not brave enough, dude. And
It's
I'm
not
Filipino.
bad.
Isn't that sad?
It's not bad. Have you ever had a
Embryo.
semi-salty raw egg and chicken? It was, a little salty, but it was just like an egg.
It just tastes like an egg.
Yeah, a gamey egg.
It's like eating a fucking owl pellet, dude. Like, I'm not gonna do it. It's like...
Oh, no, it's not shit.
Yeah,
It's
well...
not shit with mouse bones. It's tucked up inside there. Did you ever break those apart and make a whole mouse?
Yeah.
That's fun. But no, it's just an embryo,
Dude, I had the biggest scare right before I got here. I was boiling some eggs. But before I put them in, I soak them in warm water so they don't break when you put them in the boiling water. And I could hear something that sounded like chirping. I was like,
Then I threw the burner on
oh my
high.
god. So I run and I go get Chris. I'm like, dude, am I tripping or do you hear it? And he puts his head to the bowl. He's like, oh shit. Then we decided we were both really stupid, and it was bubbles escaping from beneath the eggs when they released.
You're all right.
Yeah.
That's,
But it sounded like chirping. I was like, oh no.
You gotta open that lid and end it. Make it happen. Crack that egg.
It's murder in some states. I don't know where the point of conception, like, where life starts, but... Yeah, they're getting down on them.
Well, apparently when it's breaking out of the shell, Alex.
Not today.
This is how fresh our chicken is. Watch the hatching.
Hey, but I will say,
I want some fresh chicken.
If we're going to talk about food, like fresh food, like produce and meat like that, I will spend the extra $1 and get something good. Because you look at like Winco or whatever, and a thing is like a head of lettuce is kind of small, looks kind of weak, and then you see something at a farmer market where it's twice the size. Like, you could literally just rip off a leaf, eat it, and it tastes good. Like, it has a taste, like it just doesn't taste like water, like every vegetable at the grocery market.
There's a lot to be said for going out and getting local produce.
Yeah. So I need to find like an Asian woman who has a big garden and just like...
That'll be me in the summer.
Yes.
We expanded our garden, so you guys are going to get a lot of stuff.
Are you doing carrots?
Yeah, I can do some carrots.
Like real carrots, like... I'd actually eat healthy if it was grown.
Awesome news. His uncle, he's from Illinois, so his uncle sent him the corn so we can plant corn, and it's supposed to be like the sweetest corn.
What?
And like super good Midwest corn, like not processy crap here.
That's cool. Corn is like, you can do everything with that.
I made corn cookies.
Corn cookies?
Like cornbread cookies?
So you order freeze-dried corn, and you throw it in your blender, and you mix up a cookie mix and throw that in there. It was so good. It's not too sweet, and it's literally like biting into corn, but it's a cookie.
What? I want that.
Like grits corn, not cornbread corn.
Like
the flavor.
The flavor is corn.
I got
Corn with a little butter.
Just like actual
steamed
corn off the cob.
My mind just stopped.
But
all
it's
the
like
gears,
this chewy cookie.
Anytime I think of corn processed into something else, I always think it's either got to taste like grits corn or it's going to taste like cornbread corn.
Mm-hmm.
But it just tastes like corn.
Just
like
because you're
corn, that flavor.
taking freeze-dried corn kernels and throwing them in there. Like
I can't even imagine that. I want to put it in my mouth.
You should. In and around your mouth.
Just rub it on my lips.
Yeah.
Ooh, does this look swollen?
You can set some mood lighting in your room.
Oh, booty mode.
For your corn cookie time.
Yeah, I can do that. And I was shitting pancakes for a month. Anyway.
But no, Tacoma Boys has been all right. There's been a few times like they put out quite a bit there, and you can pretty much ask them to order anything. I had them look for coconut hearts.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of hard to come by because apparently they couldn't quite get them. But
Yeah.
you ask them for anything, they can at least see if they'll order it. They'll do a fresh cut for you of meat, whatever cut you want.
Oh, I need to do that.
I wanted a big pork loin to smoke, and he's like, well, I can't do that, but I can, like, we don't have pre-cut ones, but I can cut you a fresh one, or we can, take it out of the pork chops that haven't been diced yet. And he just did a fresh cut one, got us like 3 pounds. That was the one I had here like a month ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like Kobe steaks, too.
Yeah.
Oh, those
Have you
are
had
good.
their cowboy ones? The really thick ones?
I've seen those.
They're so good.
I've seen those.
Every once in a while, you follow their Facebook page, they'll be $6.99 a pound.
What?
Yeah. They had one sale on that.
I know that marbly
ago.
shit in there is
Yeah.
not the greatest stuff for you. In fact, that's the worst part of it, which is why I go for grass-fed or Kobe steak, which are typically less marbly, but that is the delicious fucking part.
We should,
I don't know. That's what like gives that your lips that greasy coat. You can't get rid of it even when you drink your glass of beer. It leaves a print. That's a good steak.
I want that.
It's bad for your heart, but it's a good steak.
I actually had a steak before I got here because I knew we were talking about food, so I didn't want to unleash the beast and eat all your food on the table here. But Cameo, she actually told me like the best way to like cook up a steak real quick. Just like what was it? A couple pieces of bacon. Of course, when I do it, it's a whole package. And then while you get the bacon grease in there, toss the steak in 3-4 minutes each side while you're dumping grease on top.
Yeah, you're using a spoon and basting the steak.
Yeah, and oh my god, I do that like twice a week now.
Bacon grease steak.
Yeah. And then when you were smoking them, it was even better.
Yeah.
It was just like, can you imagine biting into a steak and you just taste smoky bacon? Anyone else hard?
Yes. I'm trying to hide it right now.
Yeah,
I'm extremely erect.
flip this one underneath my belt buckle and just call it good, But no, it was really good. I do that, and I'm getting all fancy as I get older, a little bit wiser, red potatoes. Like, I can do mashed potatoes, but, you find something a little bit easier, a little bit better, and you just, steam up some red potatoes, hit it with some butter and some pepper and salt, and then, oh yeah. So, yeah, that was my day.
I fancified my ramen.
Ooh.
I did.
Ooh, with an egg in it?
No, kind of a lot of shit, actually. Mine had Portuguese sausage, a fish ball, shrimp.
I love fish balls.
Right? Salty fish balls in your mouth all day.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I just suck on them because I don't want to swallow. It tastes so good in my mouth.
But yeah, just like egg and crazy stuff. Make it taste better.
Oh, yeah. And just regular ramen? Just
One of those Korean spicy ones.
okay.
And then I added my butthole fire oil. Have you used that yet?
By the way, I have. I actually I used it on some sausage, some like breakfast sausage.
Oh, nice.
By the way, that on eggs
Yeah.
is really good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was kind of almost late for work that day because, you're shooting fire out of your ass after that. Like, just
True.
a little dab will do you. I'm just straight up. But
That stuff is dangerous.
anyway, about my eating habits.
Well, in my search for healthier meats, grass-fed meat, grass-fed beef,
Yeah.
and free-range chicken and stuff like that. The one you can't really cross is what kind of swine isn't fed shit. So I don't know. Right now, I have an article in front of us. It's about the top 10 reasons bacon is actually healthy for you.
Bacon?
Anything in excess will kill you. If you only eat spinach, you will die.
Except TCP.
Yeah, you will live forever. But I eat bacon. I think I'm a pretty healthy eater, but I eat bacon, and I imagine even just a little bit of bacon can be good for you, is what this is talking about. A lot of B vitamins. There's a difference between, a lot of people say nitrates and nitrites. That's one of the reasons I've seen on here. I believe nitrates are not the ones that are actually bad for you, but that's the word everyone knows. Nitrites are the ones that are injected with, the shit that keeps it moist or whatever, and that is in almost every store-bought meat.
Is that two? Okay, go.
Yeah. But yeah, check it out. I mean, it's debatable, but fucking bacon can be healthy for you, so fuck that. Eat your bacon. I know I'm not a fucking bacon weave eater, but I have made a bacon cake. It was delicious.
It was.
German chocolate, dark chocolate, bacon weave, and then dark
Can we just...
That sounds amazing.
There's a picture of it on Facebook or something, isn't there?
We should do it again, but we need more bacon because it was, you did like 2 layers or something? Or
There was a bacon crumble and a few cross pieces of bacon in the middle.
Yeah.
And then the top was bacon crumble on the German chocolate frosting with a bacon weave topper.
That sounds fucking amazing.
And then between the weave is where you put the candles. Was the idea, right in the cross,
Nice.
Because the one thing I saw about that, it was delicious because I love German chocolate because I'm German, but we were all kind of eating around the cake and going straight for the bacon. If we could cut those sheets of cake thinner and then do more layers of bacon, so I can literally have just like a mouthful of bacon.
Those were double and triple layer cakes.
Oh.
So we could just go bacon in between each one.
Yeah, because I'll go to Cash and Carry, buy 15 pounds of bacon.
I think Pop still has that pan we used, right?
Yeah.
That deep pan?
Yeah. God, we need to do that again. Get fat.
Hell yeah.
Good. What was that cake for? It was Jeff's return.
Well, no, it was his coming out party.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's right. They tried to fuck everyone.
Yeah, if that dude hands you a drink, don't drink it, It's like, this whiskey kind of... And then you're waking up on the bus with a bum touching you.
My cheeks hurt.
Got a rash.
So I imagine a lot of this is like the Australian version of things we have. Like that to me almost looks like a ginger snap.
Oh, just the food we got here?
I don't even know what it is. I'm probably completely wrong.
I have no idea what this is.
Roll call with the food.
Yeah, okay, so explain what this is.
So this is an Anzac biscuit.
Anzac.
It says Australia's authentic recipe.
Can we crack that open? I got some coffee.
Biscuit.
It's
Now, isn't a biscuit something different in Australia?
It is. There's a huge difference between biscuit and wafers.
Yeah.
And crackers, cookies here.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
And we have wafers. But I wonder if our wafer's the same wafer as their wafer.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, it looks like almost a peanut butter cookie, like a peanut butter pecan cookie. It is.
Wow, it's really hard.
Yeah. It's got coconut in it.
Wait a minute. Is this the thing they dip? Is that what a biscuit is?
Oh. Well, shit, let's do it.
We're armed. That would help this hard cookie situation.
And coffee's all the way at the bottom.
I love coconut.
I don't. Not like that.
Yeah. No, it's good.
It was just really hard.
It is. I don't know if it's... No, it's probably made that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breakfast barish thing.
Yeah, it reminds me of granola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is, man. That's coconut. That's good. Very rough. Biscuits. Rough.
If they sold this in America, it would have chocolate chips in it
Right.
with, sprinkles.
Yeah. Wait, look at the ingredients. Oh, what kind of standards of... do they have the same FDA rules as over here where you have to post all the ingredients?
Yeah, they do, but I'm saying they won't sell some American
They're
treats.
really...
Yeah, they're really strict.
They're really strict over there with their health regulations.
Well, there is nothing that I can't pronounce in that. Wheat flour, sugar, oats, coconut, golden syrup, butter, vegetable oil, brown sugar, and a rising agent and salt. That is it.
So less than 10 ingredients?
Well, and stuff that makes sense to make a cookie like that.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it wasn't like overwhelmingly aspartame or sugary. It was Oh, good.
Yeah,
Really
and
nice.
flavor. Yeah, she tastes pretty good.
Australia
with
doing it
Cameo.
right.
Yeah. With their kangaroo jerky.
Or they're a bigger liar, but I'm going to go on the side of they're probably doing it right. Mm-hmm. Like most other places are probably doing food more honestly than we are.
They should do like koala jerky. I think isn't there like an overabundance of koalas? And they're grass-fed eucalyptus trees.
Do pandas. It should be all about pandas.
Oh, you know that's like
No
greasy
idea.
like a duck.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
We should get a duck sometime. Do you guys eat duck?
I love duck.
Oh,
I'll make
duck.
steamed buns.
Dude, the
Do
building
you
in
make duck?
I know how to make duck and steamed buns. And you
Do we
it
have to
with
call you 24 hours in advance?
Yes, yes, you do.
the building that burned down in Chinatown in the International District.
Mm-hmm.
That roast duck building. Same with the bakery.
Oh,
Bakery.
my God.
Was there a funeral service?
No.
No.
I'll go lay some flowers.
You
Wait,
probably
what? For
should.
what?
I'll go bow 3 times.
Wait, for what? What happened?
The building
Dude,
died.
the building died in Chinatown. Something wasn't passing regulation anyway, and there was a fire, and
Well, it's
Oh.
shut
Chinatown.
down.
What do you expect?
Yeah, so they had to shut down all the businesses in that building.
No way.
And that was like a block of where the bakery was, a couple other restaurants,
Yeah.
and on the end was like the one place you walk past that still had hanging roast ducks right in the window.
I remember that place.
is gone.
Oh.
Across the street from where you get barbecue pork, that place is still open.
You should just hang up signs below the hanging ducks and be like Donald Duck, Big Bird, like so on and so forth, you know? Screw people.
Have I ever gave you the pork at my house, the chicharrones? It's like crispy pork. It's got the skin on it still.
No.
Yeah, I haven't. I'll have to get that to you.
Is it like just pork with like pork rind skin on it or something like
It's
that? or-
it's basically the bacon cut with the skin still on it, and then they deep fry them. And
excuse me?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, right.
We'll talk about
Oh.
bacon. This is a bacon steak.
It is, and it's delicious. Like they fry it so long that the meat is like hard, kind of like a beef jerky, and then the skin is really crunchy, and then the fat gets kind of
Yes.
crunchy, but you know,
Yes.
still
What
oily.
do you do with it?
Yes.
How do you serve it?
So typically, it's kind of like a beer food. You're gonna, but got a little creative, and I turned it into a taco,
Whoa.
and it was dangerous. It was so.
Did you shred
good.
it or cube it?
I just chopped it up, everything really good.
That sounds like something I want to slice real thin and start using as like lunch meat or.
You know,
I don't know if it'd go good with any
Cooking
cheese.
skill.
Yeah. Yeah, check out my Facebook. Check out her Facebook. That's where I reshared it from. But check out Cameo's Facebook and see what she makes. It's delicious. I just reshared some. What'd you have for dinner again? That was your homemade ramen.
My ramen.
Yeah. That didn't look like a ramen though. That looked like just a smorgasbord dinner of deliciousness. And
It
I know
was
it's just the
amazing.
stuff you drop in, and it's great. But
So let me reiterate, like why Cameo's here is because she's the best fucking cook ever.
yeah,
That's what it is. I'd step over my own mother to get a plate of fucking her dinner. Get this slop out of here. Boom. Fucking what's this? Bacon tacos. That's why I'm here just because I like food. That's why I know Cameo.
Chris was like, Alex hasn't come over for dinner in a little bit. I'm like, yeah, but he will.
So, from
Like the
at
wind.
least 3 people, I got a request to ask about this.
Ooh.
The lumpia that you're well known for at many of our gatherings. And, like, I've requested it straight up. I was like, hey, for Sienna's birthday, and any time I knew she was going to be around, I was like, I will totally front if you can bring lumpia. Please. It's delicious. But this could be your secret.
They want to know how to make it?
Oh, kind of. They want to know just what it is because they all go to Lumpia World. That's why they asked too. It's like we've been to Lumpia World. We
Olympia
dropped.
World sucks.
What is
And
it?
that's
It
the
tastes
thing
straight
is-
up like celery.
What
They
is
said
this?
they dropped like $60, on a good night's a meal of, they downed it, but it was like, no, man, what we had at your house. He's like, what's that gal? What'd she bring there? And I had at least 3 people ask me that.
Wait.
So Lumpia World is
Fuck
in
is it?
Federal Way. It's kind of by Cash and Carry. It's like the next street up.
Oh, okay.
You drive up there, kind of that weird part where you merge onto Pacific Highway going straight, and you're in the carpool
That
lane.
wedge area where
Yeah.
Waltz Repair is. And
Oh, okay.
16th Ave and Pack Highway where it does this.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. The wedge where like Patterson's West is and
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a place called Lumpia World, and I saw them during the farmer's market last year, and I tried it, and it just tasted like celery. Yeah, it was a really strong celery taste. But, no, it's not a secret. I have it up on my food blog, actually, instructions on how to make it, so that you can make it at home.
Tell these people your food blog.
WordPress.com 1337foodie.
Wait, well, what was that again?
WordPress.com, and then it's 1337foodie.
133. Nice. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nobody else gets it.
I had to like visualize what it was in my head. Be like, oh, okay.
I'm sorry again.
1337
1337
foodie.
Foodie.
Yeah.
It's a goodie.
Foodie.
Yes.
Oh.
Go to Google.
Wait, is this Bing? What is that?
And then just type in WordPress space and then that foodie. Foodie.
There it
you go.
is. There it is.
Okay.
Oh, so it's
Shrimp
I got-
1337foodie.wordpress.com.
There we go.
It's kind of like mine is Dustin
So
Blanchard.
you can see on the left it says Lumpia Madness.
Oh.
And
And it is.
Instructions on how to make the lumpia that I bring to every party,
Oh
including
my
how to fold them.
Wow.
So
That's sweet.
is it?
And it's so cheap to make it, and that's the thing that I don't get. See those packages right there?
Yeah.
Those are all gallon Ziploc bags that are full.
Whoa.
That costs $20.
That's like looking like pounds. You know how like
Nice.
cops set up pounds of cocaine to take
Yeah.
a picture
Yeah, because-
of?
There
like-
are saran wrapped pounds.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Freezer bags.
right now, ground beef is really expensive. So you could substitute it for all ground pork. It's whatever
Fuck
you like.
Cow. You're just on top of it. Like, you got your own blog.
Yeah, but I haven't touched it in a really long time.
Now you
Whoa,
need
whoa,
to.
whoa.
These people know about this. And
Non pizza?
Yeah, those were really, really good.
That's
So,
like my favorite bread.
on there I have
non-pizza.
instructions on how to make the naan bread at home.
Oh.
And then, so the one on the right is a mozzarella with arugula, prosciutto, and the basted egg on top. And then the one on the left is, I think it's the same cheese, but the chicken is curried chicken.
Oh.
And then the same basted egg with cilantro.
Wow.
Oh my god.
If you understand what ingredient she's talking about, you know what I'm looking at, and it looks good.
Sexy.
That's some good shots too. You got a decent camera, don't you?
I have my phone.
Really? That's your phone?
That's all my phone.
Your phone, dude. It looks like I don't know. You get good angles. You know what you're looking at. You
That's
know how to
true.
make it.
It's a Galaxy
Look
3.
good.
No.
Oh, I love naan too. I always ask for an extra plate.
Yeah.
Whenever I go, Indian.
And it's so easy to make it yourself.
Because I've seen them make it on TV shows, and I'm like, well, never going to make that because I don't have a big barrel, because you cook it on the side of a barrel or something.
I just put it on my cast iron, cranked my cast iron, threw it on there.
like the
flat.
dough. You make the dough and everything.
Yeah.
Is there a purpose to how they bake it on an arch? Is there a reason for that?
I assume it's just because it bubbles up because it's so hot in there, but I don't know.
Shape.
Yeah.
Because they're poor and one guy was trying to keep warm. And he's
Maybe
like,
my ignorance is just identifying their resourcefulness. Dude, we don't have cast iron pans. I'm using a drum.
man, you got just bubble top
Brioche.
And
brioche.
that was back when I did not have a mixer. I had to stand there and knead that by hand for 45 minutes.
That's
Whoa.
effort loaf right there.
And then it has to refrigerate overnight, and you do more kneading in the morning. I was just like, I will never make these
let
ever
that
again.
yeast grow.
What
Let it
the
grow.
hell?
Let it duplicate. Triplicate. Shrimp tacos on here. Again, 1337 foodie, FOODIE.wordpress.com. Check it out. This is delicious. Chili with pork and beef.
Oh,
So in Hawaii, there's this place called Zippy's.
yes.
And they have
Yep.
the best chili. You can get it here at Awajimaya if you feel like paying $8 for 2 little packets of it. So this is kind of like my rendition of it. It doesn't taste exactly like it, but it's pretty close. And it makes me happy. Because I don't want to drive all the way to Wajimaya just for some chili.
You know, I'm kind of getting like upset with Wajimaya because they're expensive and they're really they've gotten to the point when the charm is almost lost going there. I don't know, maybe just because I'm older and I'm seeing more things, you know.
I haven't been there since we went to Dim Sum together. Remember, it was like for my birthday or something, or someone's birthday.
That was good. I mean,
but we walked to Wajimaya after that. That's the last time I was there. But yeah, it's huge for one. It had like tripled in size since I'd last been there.
You know, like the Koreans do, they try and undercut the Japanese because you got all these H Marts and then the other Korean shops go open up. And I've been going to there because like I can get all my snacks and whatever I want over there for really cheap. Whereas, you know, like 10 years ago, you had to drive your ass to Wajimaya to get some good sushi or, you know, some snacks. And then I go there now and I'm just like, wow, this is literally $3 extra. I've got to, you know, I got to validate my parking, you know.
Yeah, you got to spend $7 and you drove all the way to Seattle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, I love them. I don't hate them because I'll still go there. It was like...
And I'll stop at 3 other places.
Well, you're not going to do the shopping that you're doing at H Mart there.
You know, and that's it. But, it's losing its charm. But I still like it, you know.
I'm faithful just on the weekends because I like their takoyaki.
Wait, I watching mine?
The one in...
Renton?
No, not Renton. The one in Bellevue.
Oh.
So it's like, you know where Whole Foods is in Bellevue?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
It's off of an exit. It's like to the right is Wajimaya.
We have Whole Foods up here?
Yeah, there's...
Is it the same chain that's in California?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. It would be in Bellevue.
Yeah, pretty much.
I fucking hate Bellevue.
I'm a Trader Joe's kind of girl.
I'll blend in
Trader
by
Joe's.
sticking a broomstick up my ass. And I'll
Yeah.
walk around there. I'll figure it out.
So
I'll blend.
Yeah, every time I go to Bellevue, I put my top hat on, my monocle, and then I shove a really big dildo up my ass and just go out
I
on
got
the
cut
town.
off by a Lamborghini.
Oh.
I bet he
I
felt
saw
really
a
good
Lambo today in
to
Federal
cut
Way.
in front of a peasant.
Wait, was it a silver one around like Federal Way?
No,
South
it was.
Federal Way?
I was in Bellevue, and I
okay.
swear to God, I saw 5 Lambos just cruising, and they had the main street next to the mall closed off, and there's just like old people with too much money, their tops down or windows
God.
down, and just like, damn.
I just want to like build a wall around Bellevue and then unleash the T virus. And I
Yeah,
just want
pretty
to
much.
film everything. I want to see these rich people like eating each other, just like, you know, like the guy in the like Lamborghini now, he's like shoveling shit or something, just trying to, you know, stay alive. You know, just I want to see that switch. But that's my fantasy. Oh. Okay, now, we just flashed. She's got a photo of Anthony Bourdain.
And Christopher Walken.
I'm a little upset with Anthony Bourdain. Granted, he's like one of my culinary heroes, but when he first came out, he was so anti, like Food Network, I guess you could say, with the fake TV chefs. I mean, they're good chefs, but they're blown up with like the big. I don't like the big enterprise of food, but now you see Anthony Bourdain being a judge on those shows.
Right? I lost so much respect.
Yeah.
I love him. I love his point of view. I love his show.
Yeah.
But I feel like that step he took as being a judge just kind of took all of his credit away. Like, now I don't care that you came from Leal and that you were a real chef and that you worked really hard. And, you know,
still my favorite TV chef. He's in the same group when people ask, talk about TV chefs. He's in that group. He's a TV chef.
He is a TV chef.
Bottom line, he's in the same group of people that are all on TV trying to pitch their way of how they cook or want to present it.
So would you consider Mind of a Chef? Are they TV chefs?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. It's how genuine, how you're, just like I said, projecting yourself. So the chefs we don't like, Rachel Ray and stuff
God.
like that. It's
EVOO.
Yeah, I mean, for one, when I watch her cook, I don't feel intrigued.
Right.
Plus, it feels very produced. It feels very staged. Mind of a Chef was one of my favorite cooking shows because it just felt like they brought the camera into their kitchen, and the same way they were going to talk to the next line cook is, look, this is what we're going to do. This is our dish. This is, the secret of how we do it. But, since there's a camera here, we are going to beep out this ingredient.
Really?
Yeah, it's some secret, family secrets in there. They didn't give away all of it, but still, it's how they wanted to present it.
And they come across like they love food on that show.
They do.
Like, it's a huge difference between watching somebody like Rachel Ray and then watching David Chang.
Mm-hmm.
I feel dirty having put both of their names in the same sentence.
That Chang guy, because the only Mind of a Chef, because you recommended that to me, and I saw the Asian guy we were talking about. I'm bad with the names.
David Chang?
Yeah, him. I used to watch his PBS show all the time, and then he moved to I think Food Network, and then he's doing this show, or I don't know. Can't keep up with
He's got a couple of shows, or he's been through a couple of shows now. Yeah.
And his first one was East Meets West or something like that. And am I thinking of the same guy? Or is this just
know.
I don't know.
I don't think he did that show.
Or it might be. I'm gonna just let it go.
Are you just trying to say all Asian people look alike?
Yeah. Hey, that's Jackie Chan.
David Chang. Let's look him up. David Chang.
Cool. Way different.
Okay,
way different.
Not the guy.
Yeah.
Not the guy.
He is my
He does have a couple of
culinary
shows.
god.
But,
Momofuku.
yeah, what he owns.
Fuku.
And something you might like is this, check out Noma. It's in Copenhagen.
Noma.
So they are a super duper fancy Michelin star holding restaurant.
Whoa.
And everything that they make is collected locally.
Yeah.
They make their own oils out
He
of...
kind of spotted on Mind of a Chef,
Yes,
right? Yeah, here and there.
Yep, and he was like...
Sea asparagus. I want to try it.
I do too. I want to try that.
Saltwater grown asparagus from what ocean is that? The Arctic. Arctic sea grown asparagus. Sorry. That just when I heard him say that, and he picks it from a mile away from his house and serves it at his restaurant. That's how food should be done. When someone says they're a local food company or a local food restaurant, family owned, that's what I want to see.
Right.
Garnished with the belly button lint of Oprah.
Fermented wild plums and wild beach roses. Roses. Whoa. I mean, you can eat it. It's not toxic. I'm sure if you broke it down, you'd find out what nutritional facts is what came to mind. That damn print on every bag we have. But its nutritional value is. What else does he have on here? Urchin and celery vinegar.
I'd be down.
Yeah. Pumpkin kelp and beech nuts. Egg cured in fermented beef. And the last potatoes. The last?
The last.
So you remember that episode? Where he goes to his farmer, but he just leaves potatoes out for a year, and their flavor changes.
Right.
I guess.
Yeah, the starch changes in it, but it doesn't really rot.
So he grows potatoes,
takes them out of the ground,
and then just throws them in the corner.
And leaves them there for a year.
He's not a genius. He's just lazy. But by just had
we found that was found on accident. That's how that happened. Oh yeah, these cut it open.
Hey, Ed, you take out the garbage yet? I'll do it tomorrow. A year later.
Forgot I had this garbage here. Vegetable flour. Oh, there's Doc outside. But still, yeah, that's cool. All locally. That's what a local restaurant should be. But I mean, I don't know how you can do that around America because it's like pancakes and sausage.
Well, hey, if you want to talk about that, because I watch a lot of libertarian shows. I say that to sound smart, but they had a thing about food regulations.
Fuck food regulations.
Well, I mean,
I should be able to eat and serve what I want. But go ahead.
Well, it's such a toss-up because we, the United States, we have the most food regulations in the world, and it's literally got to the point when it's starting to hurt everybody because you can't do street vendors, you can't do it's literally impossible to start your own food company. I'm sure you know because you were trying to do cupcakes, and then all this other stuff. And I'd love to start up a ramen cart, and I could live off that, just serving ramen on the side of the street. I'd love it. Here's an egg, and then the little Naruto. But you literally can't do that. They would shut you out, and then if you were successful, like Oreos or some craft country in which craft is buying companies left and right now. But they would shut you down, or they would make a new product or use lobbyers to make up a new regulation that sounds really good, like you're going to save the children, but really they're just aiming it to shut down smaller businesses. But at the same time, I want to eat something without having like aluminum, in it or something, so it's fucked up.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the FDA has great purposes, and they have some that are just out of whack. I don't understand at all, like, why certain toxins are inserted to food. So my thing about organic food, and even read organic labels, you're still not going to get that pure organic you really want. And when I think organic, I don't want it to be FDA organic certified. I want it to be that out of the ground, non-pesticide, your neighbor who's clean and trusted and does a great job at growing it with as much nutrient as they can, and that is natural. Like I said, local, natural, but that's what I want from organic. But like I said, you read those organic labels, and FDA organic is completely different. But why is it that I have to ask for the natural thing?
Yeah.
When the poisonous thing is the standard? Like, when did poison and this bad alternate option become the standard? Why is it that it's a special request to get an organic one, a clean version of the same thing?
Yeah.
And usually I'm going to pay more. You've done less to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they argue that the growing costs are different because it costs more to treat and harvest something organically, because you got to keep bugs off of it different ways. You have to have more preventative, netting around it. Do whatever you have to do to keep your crops fresh without poisoning your plant, basically. But that's the thing too, is which ones have been okayed by the FDA for people to eat in small amounts.
God. Community garden, let's do it.
Yeah.
We'll raise dogs and we can use them for meat, and have
I've seen a lot of community gardens pop up and then a few years later see a bunch of empty trays. Where they're not keeping up with it. I don't know who really takes care of it.
Yeah.
There's not one in my community, and if there was, I didn't get a letter like,
yeah.
If you want to just take care of it.
Yeah.
Because you can't just drop. I know how to grow some crops. You can't just drop by and take care of it. You can overfeed it. You can overwater some. You can over prune some. And if one guy prunes it, another guy comes by and thinks it needs to be pruned more, and maybe you can kill a plant that way if you don't have some sort of an organization. Or there's probably one neighbor that signed up for it, and they're the one working on it.
It's just bullshit, because working. You know what I'm talking about, Cameo. Working in a grocery store. I'm not going to say which one, but let's say it was the winning company. But you start reading the back of labels, and you see who's owned by who. Oh, Kraft is owned by this guy, or this is owned by Nabisco. And then you start going up the ladder, and you realize everything in a grocery store is owned by 3 companies. It's made by 3 companies. And it's like, what the fuck, It's like, we were in Mexico, like, just last year, and you'd be driving down the block, and you'd see while the husband's out, a mother of 4 is cooking tacos in front of her house while taking care of her kids, and that's how she's making a little extra money on the side. But it just... I want to live somewhere where I can go down the street from my house and then, hey, this guy's selling tacos, and I have bought tacos out of some woman's trunk before. It's not a scary thing, like, you look at the meat and you're like, all right, it's like, this texture doesn't taste like ground beef, but it was good. I mean, it could have been a cat, or
I have a tamale lady. So on Pack Highway, as you're going towards Milton, Fife, on the right, there's like a way station that's closed down. So pretty much every weekday she's there, I think, and she just hawks her tamales, and they're delicious.
Yeah.
The pork ones always sell out first.
Yeah.
They're good.
Oh, you can't find a good tamale to buy. You can go to Costco, but other than that, it's a seasonal item at like Safeway and Albertsons. I've looked.
This lady is there every day.
All right.
She's never not there.
After this podcast, you're telling me where to... Because I'm the dude going, like, I'll drive to a taco truck. She's
kind of there later in the day. Like, she might get there around 3 or 4 and leave around 6.
Well, tamales are one of the best food. Are they kind of hot? Or
They're hot, yeah.
Okay.
She keeps them in the coolers, so they're hot, and
Okay.
I think they're packed in 3s, maybe.
Okay. I'll still get some.
Yeah,
Because
Have a little bit of cash with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, like they take card.
Hey, they got those little square things now, because when I went to Comic-Con, there's these guys hawking their CDs, and I'm like, oh, I don't have any cash, and he whips out his phone,
No problem.
has a cube, and is like, I got you. And I was like, I'm not giving you my debit card.
No. I don't know you.
Exactly, but I'm just like, what the balls,
In
man?
your phone. Just like pulls his phone out. Here, man, run your card right through my phone.
Right?
Don't worry about
No,
it.
thank you.
Pay my bill while you're at it.
Yeah.
I was just looking up the brand of these guys to see if they're somehow connected. I don't know.
What's this? The
This is the brand of the Australian snacks she brought. Arnott's?
Arnott's.
Arnott's?
Arnott's. Mmm.
Okay, so that's what I found on their website. It's kind of Arnott's biscuits. Are they really? Ah,
Oh.
it is impure. That's what I was wondering.
What is it?
Look at this. Look
It's
at
a
the
Campbell's
representation.
Soup. They're owned by Campbell's Soup. I'm
For what?
sad now.
Dude, yeah, I told you. And
So-
it was owned by Campbell Soup.
Well, so look at this. I typed in arnotts.com as it advertises here. It took me here. I typed in nabisco.com
Yep.
and it took me automatically this thing called snackworks.com. And they both look very similar. There's this pinwheel option and there's this pinwheel option of things that kept changing as I
tainted by America.
Oh my gosh.
You know,
So then I
that's it.
Wikipedia this
But it's
company.
still delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, it was good. And I don't know. Maybe it's owned by it, but I should trust those ingredients. You know, their ingredients are far more transparent on their packaging. Or, like I said, they could be bigger liars than we
It's
understand.
like Amazon. They're taking over too.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So, okay, tell me you don't think this is wrong. They hire through a temping agency.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then they just bought a temping agency.
Yeah. That's
Is
how
that-
business.
Isn't that wrong?
Yeah.
You can't temp your temps from your own temp agency.
It's a loophole in which they can spend less on the employees.
Right.
And then they can pretty much fire them at any time because you're not an employee, you're a temp. There's a difference somewhere in
Maybe
a
we should
contract.
cut out the part where I said the name of the company.
Oh, well, fuck them. I don't give a shit. Oh, just watch. I'm going to have a drone flying over my house.
Right?
And I'm like, oh, my razors came in and it's a bomb or gas or I turn inside out once I inhale it.
It's very sad, but big corporations.
Oh, they're smart. They're smarter
Yeah.
than you.
And that's the first line on its Wikipedia, is it is a subsidiary of Campbell Soup of the United States.
Campbell Soup's a fucking bastard. They canned their soul and fucking sold it to the world.
They own fucking everything.
Yeah, they own Pepperidge Farm. Oh, bring up the, can I...
Yeah.
This is going to be awesome. I love this map. Go to Google and
Google.
my buddy Nathan showed me this one. He's always posted cool things. Owner. Shit. I don't know.
What is this? This looks like a moon pie.
That's what it looks like to me, too.
Chocolate coated marshmallow and jam. It's a jam moon pie. Wagon wheels.
Go to the second picture. Right there. That's it. And then you might want to
Oh,
download
yeah.
it.
Oh my god.
Download it.
The 10 companies that
pull
own
it
the
up.
world.
Yeah, it's a map of the 10 companies that literally these are all the brands you see in any store, and they're all owned by the same people. I don't know, because I've been keeping up on it. I think Mars was bought out by Kraft.
Like more recently.
Mars that makes candy bars and stuff, but and I'm kind of targeting Kraft right now because they fucked up and they got caught. What they were doing was they were manipulating the price of wheat. So what they did was they spent like 90. I'm throwing numbers out. This is not like it was a big number, like $50 or $90 million on wheat. So they bought a large chunk of wheat in the market, and then they didn't do anything with it. So they bought it, increasing the price of other wheat to make it harder for other companies to buy that wheat and sell their product.
That's so fucked up.
They had millions, and they got caught doing it. And then I don't know what's going to happen, but because when they got caught doing this in the last couple of years, they've been buying up little companies. Like they bought Cadbury, the guys who make the eggs, and then a couple other ones. I think maybe Mars. I don't know, but yeah, they've been manipulating the prices of these ingredients, and they all fucking do it. But look at this shit. Like, obviously Kraft, they do what, like Kool-Aid and snacks,
I'm
Jell-O.
just like, Nestle owns Stouffer's and Hot Pockets. That doesn't make any sense.
Oh yeah,
and cat food.
And cat food,
And
Gerber,
CoverGirl and Ralph Lauren.
P&G.
Johnson and Johnson does Splenda.
Don't they do cigarettes too? No, I'm serious. Like, I don't know. Like, who owns PepsiCo? You know, some oil company or some shit? It just keeps going up and up. It's conspiracy, I tell you, man.
Then Disney's at the top.
You know, Walt
That's
Disney's head in a jar,
crazy.
controlling everything, hooked up to an iPad. But you look at this chart and you're like, oh, fuck. You know, it's like, you keep going up, and it's this guy selling us, you know, sugar and salt in our food, making us docile and slow. And then he's also selling you the fucking cancer medicine, and he owns Weight Watchers, you know. So he sells you the candy, and then he sells you a 6-month plan, or a Nutrisystem, NutraSweet system, or I don't know. But it's just a revolving door of just making money on your fucking dumb ass.
Coca-Cola needs to step their game up.
No kidding, because I was just looking at how PepsiCo owns KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut.
Well, dude, think about it though.
Fuck a product. They own restaurants.
Dude, they bought those restaurants so they could sell Pepsi at them.
Yeah.
And because, like, Coca-Cola, they're so big. They're like one of the biggest companies in the world. They don't have to do anything else because they're fucking Coca-Cola. I think they spend the most on advertising in the world. I mean, shit, you look at America and you would see, like, you know, Coca-Cola advertisements more than you would see Jesus.
I remember seeing something about Coke where they almost admitted that we don't need to advertise. Well, they do it for the nostalgia of a lot of their, like, Christmas commercials that always come out.
Yeah.
They said, they do it strictly for that because
Yeah, they don't have to.
at this point
It's propaganda.
they are their own advertisement everywhere. There's so much swag that there's everything Coke.
And they have to be making
It's
a
Elvis
ton
Presley.
of
The
money.
name survives itself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you look at this chart and like, duh.
Have you seen how now the Mexican Coke's making this huge, like, appearance now? And they can charge a lot more for it.
Oh god, that's because it's what, like sugar cane or I don't know what they put in it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I'm gonna go get some tacos, I'll get a fucking Coke too.
Oh no, I love Coke. I drink. It's bad, but I've been drinking a Coke every day now. It's, you know, it's really bad. But I
No
love
soda. I was
Yeah.
just thinking, like, all this shit on here, I really don't have a lot of it. I have some cereal on the top of my fridge, you know, because we all have cereal.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I don't use a lot of this on here. I get my own raw oats. I don't know anything on here. I don't really use over-the-counter drugs.
You know, it blows you away.
Even my soap is coconut based. I try not to use, you know. Actually, I got probiotic soap. Yeah, you know, probiotics, like the life cultures that are in yogurt and
No,
yeast and stuff like that.
just use some, like, you know, yogurt, some real, like.
Well,
Greek
it's like
yogurt.
having good bacteria on your skin. And come on, touch me. Touch me.
I'm touching
Soft. I'm soft.
It's been recorded.
I need a bigger belt buckle.
Wow.
Man, no, it's crazy. I want to go to some of these companies, like the factories where they're like making Pepto-Bismol, and right next to it they're like making, I don't know, like Tide soap or some shit, you know, on the
The
same
runoff
conveyor
is
belt.
the wafer and a Kit Kat. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, that's it. That's exactly it. Yeah, or like they make a bunch of Gerber baby food, and the runoff they just freeze and powder into a power bar or something. You know, it's like they save money.
Man, I did both. I fed Sienna, you know, jarred food packed food, Gerber food. I did that for a little bit before I started making my own baby food. I can never get it to look like they had. Mm-hmm. And even if the label just said bananas, I'm like, why can't my diced bananas look like those bananas? Or mashed bananas look like those mashed bananas? My mashed bananas look like real mashed bananas. Your mashed bananas look like pudding. Mm-hmm. I don't know, maybe they... I'm going to start recording now while Alex is still in the kitchen, but we had to take a little break there. That was the hour break for the limit of recording, but we're going to take a 90-degree turn from where we left off with every company that's owning the world. And we're back now with wine glasses instead of coffee.
And this is so this really cute girl recommended this. This was Barefoot Moscato, mm-hmm. But I got it for $6.99 at a Chevron.
Nice.
Also available at like every Safeway, and I've seen Barefoot everywhere. Yeah, gas stations especially. So. It's white wine. You know, I don't normally do white wine.
No, I hated it my whole life until I realized you have to drink it cold. Because like I'm that dude, I drink warm beers, whatever. You know, like I'll keep I used to keep a 12-pack in my room, but I used to do the same thing with red wine, and red wine tastes good all the time.
Yeah.
But white wine, if it's warm, that's a headache in 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. But yeah,
that's good. It's juicy.
Ooh, yeah. That champagne.
Yeah, we were on our little break here filling up wine glasses and whatnot. We had a couple things we wanted to talk about. And one Cameo brought up was cooking, how important it is for guys to cook. Because I love cooking. And I know from even that perspective, being a guy that loves cooking, it's an uncommon thing. Because I always get the uncommon reaction.
Yes.
But what was your idea?
My thing is, please just learn 2 things. If you want to keep the girl, learn a breakfast. The best thing is eggs. If you can perfect an egg, you're good to go. So learn to poach, which is a lot easier than people think, and basting an egg. So just like I taught you with the steak, you crack open your egg, you take the extra oil, you can actually do it with water too, and you just baste it over the top.
Oh.
As it's hot, as it's a cooking temperature.
And if you're lazy, you just put like a piece of foil over it and it'll steam. And so you get the white cooked, but the yellow is still nice and runny. I just really am passionate about learning 2 things. Learn a breakfast, learn a dinner, and you'll be set.
So that's why I keep like losing my girlfriends. It's like my eggs suck and they're runny.
He wakes up and he's like, "Let's go to Jack in the Box."
Not gonna lie, if the bottom of my egg is brown, I'm gonna be pissed.
No one likes a brown bottom.
Sometimes I do like a crispy brown egg.
I can't do it. I don't like it.
Okay, I only do it on toast.
Okay.
So one of my favorite breakfasts is I love Dave's Killer Bread. Mm-hmm. That's one of my favorite breads. Is I fry or toast that in coconut oil in a pan and flip it. But then I cook the egg in its oil, basically, and then just put that over easy egg, sunny side up, preferred for me, on that piece of toast. That's a great breakfast for me. But the coconut oil adds it to the bread, and sometimes with that crispy bread, I love to crisp the bottom of the egg, so it's like a chip until you get to that middle. And I can do that right, where you time it right with coconut oil. It's got a high or a low flash point, so you can't cook it too hot, but where you can crisp the bottom of the egg and not cook the yolk. Yeah, I'm good at that. I got my eggs.
So then you're good.
No, man, I'm single and have been for a while. What are you talking about?
No, you're good. You got to get them here first.
Right.
But then when you cook for them, they're going to stay.
Okay, it's chlorophyll and eggs.
So when light hits their eyes out of that trunk, it's just they smell eggs.
They do.
Like, I'm going to call the police. Is that an omelet? Okay, what was the second thing?
Learn a dinner.
Learn a dinner.
Like, it can be as simple as spaghetti, but make your sauce really good. I don't want you to pour it out from a Prego thing. You know, like, put a little effort.
Yeah.
And you'll get places with a girl, maybe.
So
she'll give you some special attention.
The sauce doesn't count with the added ingredients to Prego and cooking maybe you made your own meatballs, but you cooked it in Prego.
Yeah.
I've done that. I know I cheaped out.
Well, I got really good at cooking once I started drinking and cooking.
Drunk cooking is often really, really a good idea.
You pour a little bit of wine in anything, and it'll taste a lot better.
That is
Like
true.
spaghetti.
I've done that before, like just drinking red wine, cooking my steak, like
Yeah.
splash. What's happening here?
That's it exactly. Like I think I really started enjoying cooking when because I wanted to get the basics done right. You know, I started going on YouTube, watching the little videos of like Gordon Ramsay. This is how you cook a steak, and then I met Cameo, and then I started doing it the right way, and just doing spaghetti, like dumping some red wine in there, letting it cook down a little bit, and then it will taste like just glorious. Just it will taste fucking great.
Cooking down sauce.
Yeah, cooking
very
down sauce
important.
Reducing sauce is an awesome part. I have made sauce before. It was all right.
and fat. Save the fat.
And like anything that calls for a broth, I'm really big on switching to base. So it's like a paste, basically. And it's super, super concentrated beef or chicken, or I think they have a vegetable and a mushroom one, too. And it's so much better than popping open a can of broth. And most people don't want to sit there and make their own broth.
You
I was gonna say, do you sit there and stock it out of bones?
I've done
or-
that with, I'd made pho and I've made ramen. So, and then whenever I make myself certain Korean dishes, like hot pot kind of things, my stock's all from scratch.
You're just like a library of knowledge of like you got tips on tips on tips. Like it's stupid.
Then I want to hear what's your favorite beef broth ramen recipe. Do you have one?
Yeah.
I mean the one where you reduce your noodles, you reduce your broth into the noodles and
2
you
days.
just drop that thing. 2 days.
Whoa, what?
Whoa.
2 days.
Whoa.
I did it with the pho too. It was amazing.
Oh,
What'd you use? Like what bone or
Beef bone with the marrow,
yeah.
and which was nice because at the end of it, you slip out a little piece of marrow that you could put in your ramen or your pho or whatever.
Yeah.
okay. Like I have this thing against the word marrow because I know it's used in a lot of cooking because it's like people sucking marrow out of bones. When people say marrow, I don't want to see it on the menu because I just instantly think of that like terminally ill children
Oh, no.
who needs like I need marrow and I'm getting it on a plate for $25, you know, and they're still on a waiting list, you know. So it's just like I don't know. I don't know where I'm going.
I need a liver.
God, this is delicious, you know, and it's just like, oh man.
For me, the key is like charring your ingredients. So you're gonna char your onion, the skin on it before you throw it in. You're gonna char everything.
Caramelized onions.
You're gonna toast your spices. You're gonna develop those flavors. You're gonna take the time. So, like for me, I like clean broth, so I will parboil. So you boil for like a few minutes. All the scum shit comes out.
Yeah.
Dump that water. Rinse your meat. All the flavor's still in there because it's developed over time.
And it won't boil it out right away. It's just kind of a
Right.
way to clean it. Get
all the impurities
the cover
out.
off. Yeah.
Man.
But yeah, I did so the beef marrow bones, and then I did oxtail.
Oh, I love oxtail.
And then you just pick the meat off when you're done and keep it on the side to throw in. It was
man.
yeah.
The pho joint around the corner's got really good broth.
It's all about the broth, man.
Yeah.
They're one of my swing-ins up here. That and Teriyaki Town.
I recently figured out that pho cures hangovers. I didn't know that all this time.
People
What?
tell me that.
Dude, yeah. You've been to pho breakfast. Dude, there's a reason they open at 10.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
I rolled in there once feeling like crap,
It's
and
the
I
best.
ate it, and I felt like I could go like work out or something. I was like, man, I got this.
Yeah,
I'm going to go
it's-
jog
it's-
uphill in 20 minutes
Right.
now.
No, maybe it was Pat, because I remember whoever I brought there for, it was definitely a hangover. I remember they thought, like, dude, this isn't going to be good. And I'm like, no, this is great for it. And they had trouble ordering because,
I'll give it to Pat. Anything with a white sauce, he knows how to make.
yeah.
Like, he knows how to cook up some, like, you know, like any kind of noodles with white sauce because he's not a big red sauce guy. He knows how to cook, and it's delicious.
Plus garlic powder.
Yeah, his sauce is the boss. I said it.
You said
yeah,
that.
you had to, you know,
All
you
right.
had to.
We'll give you that.
I get one. Come on.
He knows he's a salt fiend too, but what I like about his cooking is it's grown. Because I lived with the guy, oh, fuck, when was it? At least 6 years ago now. It's getting up there.
Good, we're old.
Yeah, either way, when I lived with him,
Shut up.
and when he cooked, you got blindsided by the pat dish. Like, he made a good dinner, but you got blindsided by the pat dish because he would cook it the way he's going to eat it. And that, bro loves salt.
Oh, salt, like
So
Johnny's.
yeah, well, no, that or just salt or garlic salt. So his cooking has evolved to the point where he cooks a really good dinner still. And then when he says dish it up, and you dish up first, and then he makes his plate, then he fucking pounds that salt thing upside down on his plate.
Yeah.
I remember Jeff and I at one point, hey Pat, I don't think we finished that pasta. Jeff and I had to look at each other like, whoa. Like, that throaty, it nailed us. I remember that, sitting in the living room playing Grand Theft Auto.
I've never eaten food Pat's cooked.
Oh, it's good. Like, and the next time,
it's real
this
good.
summer. By the way, me and Pat's place, we have the best, coolest barbecue pool parties. Throwing it out there, so if there's any hot chicks, you need a place to be.
On really hot days, too, we could use my house. I have air conditioning.
Yeah, you do. You do. I like
And
the
a
house.
hose. Got a hose.
I got a hose.
We're done.
Maybe a game room soon to be.
Yeah, we're working on the garage. It'll have a ping pong table and a dart board.
Ping pong.
So we're gonna have some fun summer parties.
Okay. Best food, and then the worst food you ever had.
Ever had.
And this
not
could-
like the worst place I've ever eaten. But
I mean, don't think too much about it. Whatever recently, because
Yeah, if I go off of recently,
just do
there
recently.
is this amazing Chinese restaurant. It is in Bellevue, and it is called Spiced. And they have the best and closest to real, authentic Chinese food you're gonna get. They have this one dish I think you'd really like. It's tilapia in a broth, but it's so clean. And it's like the fish is so soft, and you can't even tell it's tilapia.
Tilapia's a hard one to make, too.
Yeah, no, but it's
Yeah.
amazing, and it's in the clear broth, and it's got like tofu and veggies, and it's super good. Spiced is the bomb.
Oh, is it like hot, or is it like spicy?
They have I think they're more towards like Cantonese, so it's spicy.
Spicy?
I think,
Okay.
or whatever the spicy one is. I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, it's like so
Szechuan.
many...
Szechuan.
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 Yeah.
Szechuan.
Szechuan.
I'm not Chinese. I
Sure,
don't know. But yeah, so they have amazing food.
Oh, man.
We all got to do that before we finish.
Stare
yeah.
at it.
Stare at
Yeah,
it.
just the camera.
Don't worry about it. You people see what's going to happen.
Don't
You'll
worry,
see.
we're actually all naked. Okay, we're wearing tutus and socks. That's all we got on right now. Yeah. But, okay.
Best?
Yeah.
Pancakes at Shaka Bra.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They're plate size. They hang over the plate sometimes.
Yeah.
But no, that was good. They don't advertise it like it's a sweet cake, but I think it's a sweet pancake. Something about it is just, it's creamy, it's puffy, it's delicious. That was something I remember. And we haven't been there since Pat's birthday back in last year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, last fall, sometime around his birthday.
Is that when Sienna got one? Or
Yeah, she was there.
Yeah,
man. We just bought her one pancake, and she
Aw.
just started tearing that thing apart. She got halfway through it, I think.
She could use it as a cape. It was so big.
Yeah, and she was falling asleep at
Oh,
the
no.
table.
Yeah, getting the itis,
Yeah.
Oh.
Dropping her eyes. But yeah, really good pancakes there. But ultimately, in all time, I've had my favorite dishes in Chinatown.
Oh.
Either at Sanya, it's been there forever. That's where I frequent my dim sum. But just in Chinatown in general, man, I love those dishes. Probably because of the nostalgia that's where I grew up. Always going out for dinner was with the Chinese grandparents. And,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, awesome meals there.
Well, when I went, when I was tagging along with you and we did dim sum, there was a lot of good food. To be honest, I had no idea what I was eating. Like, all of it, I was just a guess.
That was one of Pat's first ventures there, too. Or it was his
Yeah.
first venture there, and he was just like, hey, man, you pointed at it and said it was good. I trusted you.
Yeah, it's a leap of faith.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we need to go skydiving again. But
I don't know.
don't say that. Don't say
Be honest, man. I'm being
Don't.
daddy.
Yeah, you know what?
that's-
Sienna's gonna grow up thinking you're a pussy. You know?
I'll tell her I did it once. I'll tell her she can probably do it once, but I know it's going to scare the wit out of me. But if she wants to, I can't stop her.
I need to do it again. Okay.
Do it again. Do it again.
Robin's with me.
You know-
Cameo's with me.
I actually do want to go skydiving.
Yeah, you get 5 people and it goes down.
It's a hoot. Yeah, I mean, it brings anxiety to my heart because I want to, but it's I know that it's one of the riskiest things I've ever done. It is the riskiest thing I've ever done in my life.
Didn't you join the military?
Briefly. Yeah. I also crashed on a motorcycle, and that's what got me discharged. That was exciting, but that was at like 30 miles an hour. Jumping out of a plane's a little different.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll still drive a car fast, but I won't. I don't think I can jump out of a plane. I'll bungee jump.
I have a weird thing about that. Anything that I can live through, I don't want to do it. So, like, if I bungee jumped and, I got hurt, no. Like, I am terrified to bungee jump, but I would love to skydive.
Well,
because I'm going to die. Like,
you can point head down and just torpedo into the ground.
Right, like is that horrible? I'd rather die than, like, go through physical pain.
No, that's right, because, I mean...
I'm scared of pain, like, physical pain. That scares me.
If you hit that ground, you're out.
I'll admit, I really only want to bungee jump over water.
Okay, see that I can understand.
Because I also want to do, like, the dip. Apparently they can take your weight and adjust the tension to where they're familiar with how far it will dip you.
Oh,
and they're like, hey, do you want to touch the water? It's like, yeah,
No.
let's hit the water. And, it slows you down enough to where it's really just a bloop, and it pulls you out.
Whoa.
And then the second time you won't hit the water because you start tensioning back up. And
oh, yeah.
That's happens when you bungee jump. Is your first jump is the farthest
that's
down,
kind of like,
and then as it slingshots you back up, you reduce how far up you go.
It's like in Seattle, or not Seattle, Las Vegas. They have the Space Needle jump thing.
Oh, I did that.
Oh, you did that?
Isn't that like the parachute guideline?
No, you just go down and then it just slows you down.
Are you talking about the needle ride?
Yeah.
Where you're on the... Yeah, okay, so...
Not the roller coaster, but...
Yeah.
You just jump.
Oh,
but it'll slow you down as you get...
Well, because I went... like 10 years ago. Wow, yeah, I'm old. If I'm old.
Shut up.
I'm such an ass. But when I went... It was the roller coaster that went around, which was kind of lame because, like, honestly, getting to the roller coaster, you walk out of a door, and there's, like, a 3.5-foot fence cutting you off from death. And it's windy as shit. Like, the first day we went, they didn't even allow us to go on there. But anyway, you got the roller coaster. It goes 5 miles per hour. Yay. And then on the needle, they actually strap you in, and then it's like, those things that shoot you up really quick, and then you fall down again, and you go up and down a couple times. But that was cool because it was like you could feel the G's on you, and you could feel the air compress in your thing, in your rib cage, and that was fun. But I didn't see the one where you like fall.
Yeah, Richard did that.
Oh, jealous.
Yeah,
there's also a guideline parachute you can do.
Oh,
so you're like tethered up to a couple of points, and as you parachute down, it'll spiral around it. And,
oh, nice.
Yeah, or something like that too.
That's sick. Oh, best food.
Yeah.
I gotta like it's a lot of plates going through my head, but I gotta give it to like Indian food. I think the reason they're so spiritual is because they have such great food. But it's either between, I think it's Indochine, their coconut curry, the Musaman curry. I had that, and like literally my mom's gonna kick my ass because like she makes curry, and like that's okay, that's my favorite curry. But damn it, I can't win here. It's that Indochine or Ladla's in Seattle, kind of by Denny Way. But I think it's the Moose Man from Indochine. I remember the first time I had it, you sit down, you got to sit down on the floor with pillows, and they have the whole thing where they have drapes around you. It's really cool. But the curry, they give you a bowl, and then another bowl of rice, and then some fruits and vegetables, and then I usually get a side of like, some kind of like coconut shrimp or something like that. But that curry is just so good. It's like creamy, and there's so much flavor in there, and then it's good. Like, I think curry is the thing.
They do a star rating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I get
you do
that.
Hot?
I know. Oh well, dude, because like
I always forget if you do hot.
I'm Asian, so I sweat.
Yeah.
So like I'm the dude with the like beads of sweat on his nose. And then, like, you could literally see your reflection on my forehead, because you can, like, I see people picking their teeth in front of my forehead because they can see it. It's like, it's gross. I gotta have 2 napkins, one to wipe my mouth, the other to wipe my forehead. It's not a pretty sight. Unless you want
But
to
do you like it hot? I mean, I don't care if I sweat, man.
Well, like
You and I both are like these Asian and white half breeds.
yeah,
You know?
mutts.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
I'm looking
go
at like
Mutts.
Spencer's future.
Yeah.
This is exactly what
We
he's going to
sweat.
look like.
You know, it's funny because you say that because I see little pictures of Spencer and it looks like me when I was a little kid.
Yeah, I always
Yeah.
say he's going to look like you
Yeah.
when he grows up. He's
Yeah.
going to look like Alex.
Yeah, it's all the, you know, like it's the melting pot, you know, but which is a segue into another food thing right there. Shittiest restaurant I've been to. No.
So, man, worst foods though? Worst food?
Oh.
What's the worst shit you ever had to eat? What's the worst? Come on, there's
Okay,
been some
so
shit.
I've been to a lot of places where I just didn't like the food, couldn't eat it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But hands down, the worst is going to be the place that gives me food poisoning.
Yeah.
So, big ups to Blue Sea Sushi.
Yeah.
They are the
Yeah.
shittiest sushi conveyor belt that I've ever been to, and they got me sick, and I just could never go back. And I don't understand why they're in such an upscale mall in South Center. Like, wherever they're located, I don't get it, because their product is shit.
Yeah. I like sushi, but I don't like conveyor belt sushi. And I like going because it's fun, but then I get there and I realize it's overpriced and it's horrible. But
Yeah.
I'll give it up to Genki Sushi.
I haven't had that
What's
one.
Where's Genki?
Renton by their Uwajimaya.
Ah, okay.
You'll have to show me.
Yeah.
Make
Take
me a believer.
167 all the way to the end. At that
Okay.
light, take a right. It's on the right.
There's that
Oh, I
place
know that,
in
yeah.
Fife, Puyallup River Road by the Fred Meyer. It's Puyallup then. By that Fred Meyer down there, there's a place, I forget what it's called, but it's in like a strip mall next to a Mexican joint and some other things. Really good. They have a lunch buffet and a dinner buffet,
Nice.
but it's just, you just sit at a bar. The buffet is bar only, and there's chefs there. And they just kind of hang out, and you point at the menu with your mouth full, and he's like, cool, because it's one roll at a time.
Oh, okay.
They don't allow you to stack. They don't pre-make them. And there's
That's
just
awesome.
one guy there for about you and 3 other people at the bar. Per 4 people at the bar, there's another chef.
That's cool.
Yeah. And it doesn't seem like it's not very upscale. It's, like I said, it's in a strip mall in Fife. Or Puyallup. And you get in there and, yeah, it was an amazing kind of, like, I'm glad this is here. Really good sushi, too. I forget what it's called. Sorry, guys. It's across from the Fred Meyer down in Puyallup.
So, was there a particular time you got food poisoning? Was
I went
it
there
like,
for lunch one day.
do you know what it was? Like the salmon or like
It was
the...
I
the
had-
one that was lukewarm.
Yeah. Right.
Some dudes just
I don't know,
touching
like
all
I
the
had a
plates.
whole bunch of different rolls. Mostly I'll just eat the fish off the top and I don't eat the rice.
That's how I judge it. If they have bad rice, why am I here?
That's true. The rice wasn't bad, but like I'll eat less if I eat the rice.
Yeah.
Because if you eat rolls, that has rice in it, so I just eat like nigiri as sashimi instead.
Oh. Okay.
Dude, Canada sushi.
Oh.
Canada sushi was a
I
different
haven't
story.
been yet. I've seen
Oh.
pictures.
It's
Man.
you walk in and you're in Japan.
It was a different caliber of
Yeah.
sushi.
That's awesome.
Like you can't speak to anyone that works there because they don't speak English.
Yeah. And they were Japanese.
That's
man.
like the lady at I Love Ramen. I love her.
Oh God! We gotta go.
She's so cute. She like made little kid chopsticks for Spencer when I went.
Oh.
And she's so Asian. She'll come over and like tell you that you're eating wrong. And like fix it for you.
Yeah.
God forbid you put your chopsticks in like this.
Oh,
she's gonna come over and
So I've been corrected twice with eating with chopsticks. One where you rest the bottom stick on your ring finger, and then another woman told me to do the bear claw. So you put your 2 fingers on each side together, and then instead of like you just want to, it looks like the Vulcan symbol, but you use chopsticks with it.
so
But-
you kind of do.
You do the Vulcan symbol, and then you place the one, basically the chopstick between those 2 fingers, but you keep the fingers together like you're constantly doing the Vulcan. It's weird, but
I don't use my chopsticks like that.
yeah, I don't know. I think they're just fucking with me.
I think so.
Yeah, they're just like, oh,
Watch this asshole try to figure this
Yeah.
out, and then he's gonna go back to his original way.
look at this sweaty asshole.
My favorite is like
We made his shit 6-star.
I love embarrassing Chris. So whenever we go to pho, I'm like, he needs a fork. It's like the shame just washes over him. Fork,
Yeah.
fork,
Okay.
white guy. Fork. But in his defense, he's the person who eats sushi the correct way because you should not use chopsticks when you eat sushi.
Yeah.
Really?
You're supposed to use your hands.
Really?
It's snack food. Mm-hmm. It's finger food, snack
What the fuck
food.
am I doing then?
Yeah, so I have to give it up to him for that because I use chopsticks and he doesn't. And he's actually in the right.
Well, he's a good cook too.
Oh, yeah.
Where
Oh
the
my
fuck
gosh.
is he at?
Kid.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't leave. Spencer, watch yourself.
Here's Skylanders and a bag of Twix. You know, just go at it.
And like bedtime, whenever you feel like it, we'll be back in a few hours.
Yeah, we'll be back. Just fall asleep.
Although he
somewhere.
should be here because he's the one who cooks for a living.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
You live in the industry. Mm-hmm. The underbelly of
But he lives
food.
in the dark industry, the industry of organic and vegetarian and vegan, because they make those wraps and stuff
Oh, we
that
don't talk about that.
hipster kids like
Yeah.
to buy. We're not going to touch that subject.
No, that's
We touched on that during our break.
There we go.
We'll keep that to ourselves for right now.
Yeah.
It's, I know we have friends that do that, and
And
I
we-
respect that, but just I'll keep it to myself. Worst food.
You are in trouble.
Worst food is gotta be, and I love them. Duck eggs.
duck eggs.
I like duck eggs, fermented duck eggs.
Oh,
But
Oh.
I've had two. They came in a set that were the worst experience I've ever had with food. For like a day after, it didn't poison me, but it definitely ran out.
Oh.
It ran out, and then like the swallowing experience was bad. And I know they're potent. They're like vinegar just splashed in your mouth, and you're going for it. But I like them. I like fermented duck eggs,
Wow.
but there was just those two that were the worst experience of food I've ever had. I remember that. I was like maybe 11.
food poisoning.
No. It didn't sit well with me. I didn't take mass shits the next day, but it was also like the flavor because I was expecting something I'm so used to. You know, and at the time, my mom was buying like raw jellyfish from somewhere, and you could just put hot oil on jellyfish and eat it raw. And I used to do
Yeah.
that all the time as like noodles. Or I'd do 50-50 with a like top ramen packet. You know, just put the oil flavoring from the jellyfish in there and eat that. But then we also frequently had duck eggs. And then I quit eating duck eggs for a long time. I've only had like one or two really since. But that was a bad experience. I used to love duck eggs.
Oh, what
They're
kind of-
black. If you've ever seen
They're
them.
black. What kind of like? Okay, so it's like an egg with a shell.
Yeah.
Like a hard-boiled egg. Yeah, pull it up. Pull it.
Pulling up here.
What's the consistency of it? I mean, I'm just imagining you tapping it with a spoon, cracking
It's
the
jelly.
top.
It's
Holy shit!
jelly.
I don't know if I
It
can
looks
do
like
that.
an oyster in there.
Yeah, it does. And yeah, I usually eat it with ginger, soy sauce. But you see how it's jelly?
Okay,
Yeah.
it looks like Satan's asshole. Like it literally does.
That's not one I would eat.
Oh,
But I know those are the super aged ones. Like it says here, 1,000-year eggs. They're not really 1,000-year, but they're much longer.
I like the
So-
picture of the bullet right there.
it's like an
Oh, yeah,
amber outside with a green middle.
Maybe if I didn't have to look at it.
So that's literally like so it's like a duck embryo.
Yes.
Well, no, it's not an embryo. It's a yolked.
Okay,
Egg.
it's yolked egg.
That was
No,
bullet.
yeah, that's bullet.
Oh, okay.
That's the
Okay.
embryo.
I'm getting confused with my rotten eggs.
But this is most people's reaction. I can usually take it. You know, I can sour face it up, but
That is like, I don't know. I
Look at the
It's, like,
like
clear.
texture.
Yeah.
And then
yeah, it's green.
You know
in the
that, like,
but
does that middle texture, is that kind of like a red bean paste texture?
no, it's like a creamier egg yolk.
Okay.
Normal chicken egg yolk. It's a bit creamier than that, and then as you get in the middle, usually it can be soft or even wet. But this, the outer, what would be the egg white. I don't know what color it is before it's fermented because I've never seen a fresh cracked duck egg. I've only seen fermented duck eggs.
It looks like a regular egg.
But yeah, when you look at it after it's been fermented, it's brown and it looks like, amber. Like a piece of amber stone you're looking through that's been cut, but it's very jelly.
Do you know the process?
bury it. I think you bury these for at least a month or two, or maybe even longer.
That's crazy.
And that's it. That's what it is. You bury it. You just leave it.
I guess
for a
I
long
shouldn't be
time.
like that weirded out because I preserved my egg yolks so that they can be grated on stuff. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a baby duck.
That's it. No, that's if you took it out and took bullet out of its shell and washed it off.
Don't they say like the beak and the bones are like really soft still?
Yeah, they're slightly crunchy if anything, but other than that, they would chew like a hard granola,
Oh,
but a little more crunchy. That I've seen that in Chinatown. I've had that. What we're looking at is a plate of quartered fermented
Eggs.
duck eggs with a
Black.
stack of thick cut ginger, peppers, some seeds, onions, green onions in the middle, on a plate of basically soy sauce.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Me too.
I don't know.
But like I said, it was also the worst experience I've ever had.
Because I tried chicken feet and I could not get over
The
the
feeling.
look. No, it was the look. I like the jelly-ish kind of.
Oh, okay.
Skin.
Yeah, I'm
thin skin
Asian,
being
so
chewed off.
I'm good with all that stuff.
If it moves, I could probably eat it.
But looking at it, like it's a big ass chicken foot in your face, and you're
Oh.
supposed to suck on the toes. Like I just
I wonder if foot guys get off on watching people eat chicken feet.
oh no.
Maybe the furry ones. I don't know. The furry.
I saw a lot of furries at Comic-Con this year.
Oh, they're out.
Yeah.
They're out. Like the convention they had in Seattle just a couple months ago, and then someone I think dropped a chlorine bomb or something, and
Bummer.
yeah, and then you see footage of just a couple hundred furries out on the streets.
That's what mine looked like. It was still balled up, and it was a little more hard boiled.
the chicken embryo egg that people eat on
Yeah.
Fear Factor.
Or in Chinatown.
Philippines.
See, Joe Rogan carries a briefcase with 5 of these everywhere he goes.
Oh.
Yeah. That's
what's,
tough.
What's your worst shit, Alex? What was the worst thing you ever had to eat?
Oh, that's easy.
Other than ass.
Hey, if they're out of the shower, that's totally it's game. But
You know why she took a shower?
anyway, Red Lobster. Red Lobster. It
I
was
can
one
tell you some shit about Red Lobster.
Yeah, man. I don't know
wanna
because
know.
I don't want you people to know.
I went to the one in Thoroughway off of 320th, and this was like
I really don't want you to know about the one.
this was
Oh,
like
no.
10, this was like
20th and Federal Way.
this was like 10 years ago again.
Especially about 10 years ago.
Man, you can't be telling me this. But anyway, like I get the sampler because usually when I go someplace the first time, I like to try a little bit of each, and then I ask, what their specialty is, and then I can't remember exactly what it was, but the waiter was a dick, and he's like lobster, like
Cocksucker.
asshole. Yeah, so I get like a little thing of sea scallops, like kind of like a sea coleslaw with shrimp there. Like maybe what was it, like a lobster tail with some salmon. It was all crap. None of it was cooked. The fish is a funny thing because now that I'm older, it's all about fresh fish. But the fish had like a greasy film over it, and it just feels like it was just sweaty, and then the lobster was just the texture, just everything was falling apart, very rubbery, very rubbery.
That means overcooked.
Yeah, it was horrible. And then this was I did get food poisoning later on, but I started sweating and the only thing was like I tried to keep on was the biscuits, and don't say a word about those biscuits because I know what you're
You
going to say.
can buy the box mix, and they're delicious.
I'm sure.
and they won't have piss in them, right?
Really?
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go to the Federal Way Red Lobster. 10
Food
years
poisoning.
ago.
I've only been food poisoned by Mazatlan. Actually, here in Puyallup.
Oh, I like.
I got their stuffed chicken. The pepper stuffed chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah. That nailed me for like 2 or 3 days.
Ooh.
Could not eat shit after that meal. And And I had 2 margaritas with it. And, at first it was like, oh, maybe you just got sick. I'm like, come on, 2 margaritas, maybe 4 shots max.
Yeah.
But no, I was like, not for 2 or 3 days. Not like that.
No, that's chicken. Chicken is one of the worst offenders, too. But, it was the lobster. I don't know what it was, but eating fish anywhere where I don't know where the fish came from, or I'll eat it if I go to a grocery store, but I'm just really careful with fish. Speaking of which, the best fish I've had in a long time, Randy Ale. Randy cooking us food, ribs when we're drunk,
Mm-hmm.
But he came back with some salmon, and I had no joke, a salmon steak that was like 4 inches thick.
That's awesome.
And it was so good. It was so good. I'm just dropping his name right there. But that was delicious.
Does anyone else do mayonnaise with their salmon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that.
Okay.
Well,
I've
hollandaise
got-
sauce.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but I mean mayonnaise.
Well,
Mayonnaise and mustard even.
I've cooked it with mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually just do a little side dish with some mustard around it too.
That's good.
I've gotten some weird fucking looks for that one, man. But I'm like, you got mayonnaise? And they're like, what?
You can. I've experimented, and I've only done this like once or twice. But you take like tilapia or salmon, but you put mayonnaise over it. Just cover it with mayonnaise, and then some spices, maybe like paprika, depending on what you got. Like if it's like tilapia, you want to put some paprika on it. But mayonnaise, panko flakes, and then just Parmesan cheese.
Nice.
Ooh.
And it's surprising. It was like something like I could do years ago, and it was good.
My favorite is chicken breasts, cover it in mayonnaise, and then roll it in potato beds and bake it. It's
What?
super good.
That's like the new shake and bake.
Yeah, basically.
What?
Yeah.
There's some Russian pastry, I'll say, that is like a crepe rolled in a mix of sour cream and mayonnaise.
Oh,
And something else. I'm missing an ingredient in there. It was definitely coated in butter before it was rolled. I had it when I was real young at my friend Pavel's birthday. And you're Ukrainian, sorry. So it's a Ukrainian dish, but it was a dessert dish, and they had nothing but traditional, I guess, Ukrainian food, because a lot of it was unfamiliar with me, but I was locked on those. And I remember the only thing, like, one of his uncles or grandparents or something could say in English, was to encourage me to eat more. Like, no, eat more, because they saw me eyeballing that. I was watching that, and they saw me watching it. They're like, go ahead and have more. I'm like, yeah, I gotta have these. And I remember seeing mayonnaise came out in that. So it was... I don't know.
that's funny you say that. That must be a big thing, because one of the Russian ladies we worked with at Winco, I think it was the one that worked in the deli, one of the nicest ones. I remember I was sitting in the break room, and I don't know, I was eating a Kit Kat bar or something like that. And she was like, "Come over here. I want to." That's the worst Russian accent.
I love the way they talk, though, because it's more like directions.
Yeah. Oh God.
Like they're commanding you.
Like they're reading directions.
Yes, like you will go here, and then I will do this, and you will do this. I'm like, yes, I will.
Step in. But she was making toast, and again it was mayonnaise and sour cream, and then a little bit of butter. But she just layered it on toast, put it in the microwave for like 20 seconds. And she's like, handed it to me. And just to let people know, like, I don't eat mayonnaise unless it's used in cooking, in which I can't see it or taste it. I don't eat sour cream. Same thing there. The really only thing with sour cream I eat is like noodles or
baked potato, asshole.
Not even baked potato,
asshole.
But those are 2 things I stay away from. And she handed it to me, and I was just being nice. I ate it. I had 1 bite, and it was good. It was really good, and it did not look appetizing at all. But
no, it probably doesn't mayonnaise turn clear when you heat it up.
Yeah. It's just
it's gelatinous fucking cum all over your toast.
Yeah, it's like someone just fucking squatted and just shot out some just like KY out of their ass right onto a piece of toast.
Nice
you know,
brown burnt toast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
like a
great.
porn
That's
star
crispy.
just got out of work and
Oh,
just
no.
like literally wiped her ass with a piece of toast and gave it to
speckled
me.
with burnt toast. Looks like coagulated
Yeah.
blood. Fucking,
Let me just squeeze
that's
this.
Horrible.
Yeah, let me squeeze an 8-hour workday out of my
So we're
ass,
encouraging
you know?
everyone to eat that.
What were we talking about again?
Toast.
Toast? Yeah.
Toast.
Eggs and toast, man food. I just want to give a shout out to Nally's Chili for raising me. That is, I don't know what they put into it, but I don't think it's meat. I know it's beans, but every guy has lived off of Nally's Chili and eggs and toast.
Yeah.
That's the cornerstone of being a dude and cooking.
I used to get a block of mozzarella too and heat that up on, yeah. Or
Yeah.
if I just had string cheese, if I'd gone Costco, got string cheese, yeah, that and chili, cans of chili.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, I never was a ramen guy. Oh, I was a
Guilty
ramen guy,
pleasures.
but I never survived just off of
Oh,
ramen.
guilty pleasures.
That's mine. Nally's Chili, eggs and toast.
Oh, that's not my guilty pleasure.
I mean, yeah, I might throw some Doritos and some chili, but I mean, what's just horrible for you that you just go for?
Guilty by
I don't
guilty
even wanna
pleasures
say.
of food.
Oh, I know Cameo's got a few, huh? What do you got?
No, the worst
Dude,
is
they look down on cannibalism.
no, it's so bad. And when we worked at Winco, I would do this maybe not every day, but quite often in the week. I would eat Chef Boyardee's ravioli,
Oh.
and I loved them, and I still would eat them, but it's too embarrassing, so I don't eat it.
That's good. That's
It's
good.
terrible.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so proud of like Spam and all that kind of stuff, but
Spam's
like
good.
Chef Boyardee, I'm like, oh.
That's one thing I can't eat anymore. Chef Boyardee.
Really?
Like, I eat it and then I just get sick. Is that me?
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
Anyway, but yeah, I can't eat it.
I don't think that's too guilty.
I feel like I should feel really bad for liking it as much as I do. Because I would seriously, like, I bought one of those shitty plastic bowls and I would go and buy, like, a can, microwave it, and have, like, French bread.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you pour some raviolis on French bread.
Yep.
And, yeah, that's really good.
Okay, Ben and Jerry's, or two. That's my guilty pleasure. I will drop a fish food and another random one at my choice.
Oh man, there's this
Random
one.
at my choice. That
I
makes
don't
sense.
do ice cream. That's another thing.
Fuck off. The fish food I get is frozen yogurt. The Froyo Ben and Jerry's.
Froyo.
I don't like
It
desserts,
tastes-
period. Which is
Really?
weird because I bake,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't like cupcakes. I will eat them to test them,
Mm-hmm.
but other than that, like, bite of the cake and the frosting and tasting as I go.
Eclairs, donuts,
Really?
I don't like sweets. I will
ice
eat them.
cream, Italian sodas,
I'm
sweet drinks.
I'm down with tiramisu. I like that.
Okay.
It's light.
Yeah,
Bread
but
pudding?
Texture.
sometimes
Yeah.
have to be in the mood. But for the most part, I'm not a fan of cakes, pies, ice cream, donuts, cookies, any of those
Egg
things.
tart.
I'm
Motherfucker.
Asian. I have to look.
I was trying to think of where it was. But
Damn it.
then I probably rice cakes too.
Meh,
You like rice cakes?
take me.
That's another. What's
I like mochi ice cream.
Acquired taste.
Look-
But
look-
like every once in a blue moon, I'll eat it. I don't. It's not even weekly or monthly for
It's
me.
expensive.
I don't eat sweets.
I figured out it was more than $1 each for one of those bites.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
I just noticed we're all like Asian. We all grew up eating Asian
Oh, yeah.
food, and like we can actually talk about
Well,
this.
that
We all
and we're
know
like
what
a
talking
different spectrum of it too, because we don't have, like, we're not fob people. At least I'm not, and you're not.
about. Yeah.
Not what?
Fob, fresh off the boat, like your parents are from the
Yeah.
motherland.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm second generation born here, but my mom was born here until she was 7. They moved back to Shanghai until she was 15 and then came back here to go to high school.
So she's probably a little bit more Asian, but
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, like,
But not
our
fresh off the
parents,
boat. She was
our
born
parents
here,
aren't that.
yeah.
We don't have those things. So like, I find
My
myself
grandfather fought the Chinese
Relating-
Republic Army in the Korean War.
Oh.
Yeah. He was that fresh over here in like the
Damn.
60s, yeah.
Oh.
damn.
When it was time to get your freedom while you could and leave China, because that was at the time where, yeah, they were partnering with Korea during the Korean War, and if you belong to the Republic, you belong to the Republic. Just like if you were in the Army here and you didn't agree with what was going on, you're in the Army. You have to do what your commander says, whether it's what you want to be doing in life or not. So he got the fuck out of Dodge, moved to Seattle.
I wonder what they were eating.
Well, I'm sorry, go on about
Yeah.
Oh no, I was just saying, like, food speaking wise, we grew up with more of like a fusion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And because it's like, if I were to go to my friend that
We saw the fusion explode.
yeah, exactly. Like,
Like when teriyaki became huge. Like, when I mentioned, as a kid enjoying teriyaki so much, my dad used to bring up, like, there wasn't always teriyaki around. You couldn't always just go to a teriyaki joint. When did pho blow up?
Recently.
around the same time as
10,
sriracha.
15 years ago?
10 years ago, I'd say. Like, I remember seeing them pop up, like, around after high school.
Like, have you tried that yet? Yeah, I've tried it. It's really good.
Pho?
Yeah, pho. Yeah.
And now, like, everybody's eating sushi like never before. At least not that I've noticed.
Or you ever, like, when you were a kid, like, all this Asian food was being prepared by your mom and grandma, and then you'd go to a restaurant and you'd order it, and you're like, what the fuck is this? Because, like, you're so used to the way your grandma makes it, and you're like, this isn't tempura. What the? No, throw this out, And, and then you realize that, home-cooked meals are better.
That's my touch with Chinatown. Chinatown wrecked me for going to any chain to fucking, I can't do Panda Express or nothing. Just, I can kind of do Safeway.
Oh.
Safeway is a guilty pleasure.
Oh, that's a
good one.
That's so nice.
I remember cutting school and
Supreme combo,
driving up to Safeway.
Twin Lake Safeway. Yep.
I get the Supreme combo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think it was all chow mein today.
That's good, though. It's so guilty, but yes, Safeway.
Give me MSG, please.
Yes, just sprinkle it on there.
Yeah. Can you hear my grandfather clock in the background?
Word.
Do, 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 do. Oh man, yeah. Food. I'm actually getting hungry now. It's like
I know.
Getting on fourth meal time. It's getting like 11 p.m. right now when we're recording this.
Another one. And most of my friends hate this, is the Jack in the Box tacos.
Oh yeah, I do those.
You do those?
Yeah.
Okay.
$1 for 2 of those? I mean, I do Taco Bell a lot too, and I like their Crunchy Taco Supremes. The Crunchwrap Supremes are pretty legit. Yeah, there's definitely fast food, at least one item at every place. Burger King, I always Whopper it up. There's like the triple Whopper. I don't do that. I do the single Whopper. I'm just a Whopper guy. But McDonald's, I have a few more guilty pleasures. Breakfast burritos, things like that.
Egg White Delight all the way.
Yeah, McChicken's. The original McChicken's really good. Thank you. Yeah, every fast food place, I really eat less than once a week there anymore, even at work, and that's usually when I do is when I'm driving around at work. But I've really tried to cut that out just because of what it is. But no, every fast food joint has something I really like.
I gotta say, I don't know if it's just the ones in Tacoma, but Burger King, I've tried their breakfast, I've tried their 2 for $5 deals, and their food is disgusting.
Yeah, Burger King.
Their chicken
Whopper
sandwich,
Whopper only, and their French toast sticks in the morning.
dude. Like I went to I got that, and I got a breakfast sandwich, and the French toast sticks were burnt. They were rock hard. I fucking threw them out. Like the last 2 times I went there, I didn't finish it. Like I had a bite of the chicken sandwich, and I'm like, it's not worth it, and I threw it back in the bag, and I just did not eat it. I'm so sad right now because at one point in time they were really good.
You know where you should go on the way home?
Huh?
Memos.
Memos. Memos. The drive-through burrito place.
24-hour drive-through.
24 hours. Their breakfast burritos are amazing. Even the rice, bean, and egg one. I've never had egg, beans, and rice together, but it's delicious.
Where is this place?
It's by my house on 6th Ave in Tacoma. We'll go down there sometime.
By the school, whatever's right there. I forget that school.
Yeah, Franklin, Jefferson. I don't know, some whatever. But it's cheap and it's good food. Like you can go to any Mexican restaurant. It literally looks like a food truck broke down and they just built around it.
You know who else has really good Mexican food is B&I.
Yeah.
Their Mexican and their Chinese spot in there
I haven't tried
are
it.
on point. It's so if you're standing there, it's the one directly on your right hand side.
Okay. Because I know there's a guy moved in and they're doing a barbecue pit there too now.
Oh, really?
Because it's funny because he'll just sit, if it's not busy, he'll just sit and just yell at people walking by. And then me and CAC, the last time we went, we were one of the people walking by. And then it turned into a 20-minute discussion on, you know, how he's cooking his meat, where he's getting his meat, and where you can find him. Because he'll go around to different events. And then he started bitching about getting a food license and how the city of Tacoma shut him down because he was actually at a waterfront during some festival. And they told him to pack it up because not only was he selling food without a license, but he had an open flame. He had open flame and he did not have a sink. If you don't have a running sink while you're preparing food like that, they can shut you down. You know, and he was like, I had hand sanitizer, I had buckets of clean water, you know, it's like he took care of it, but again, there's just regulations. But
Speaking of smoking meats, you gotta help me out. Well, you don't need to help me out digging the hole. We have a tractor for that.
ooh,
But
digging holes.
yeah, you can help me season it. But we're getting a whole pig this summer.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
And I got a backyard that we can dig a hole,
Nice.
cover that bitch in banana leaves,
Yep.
Oh.
wrap
Let's
that
do
bitch
it.
up, let's spice it up. A whole pig.
Can we fill it with nacho cheese?
We can put it somewhere in there.
For the Manny Pacquiao fight, I'm ordering a pig from the Lechon place. the
No
crispy
way.
pig.
Like, yeah, like,
I'm taking that
It's
day
probably I'm probably gonna do half the pig
Yeah.
because it's pretty big. They're like this big. Yeah.
off. I'm down.
but I want like a 2-man pig. I'm talking carrying it by
Yeah.
all fours, fucking.
Well, you
boom.
need that like wire stuff to put it
Oh.
on.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
but we're gonna, find some good wood, cut down a big fire, rake those coals out, put some stones down, rake down another big fire of coals over that. Just throw that bitch on there, rake some more coals over that bitch, bury it.
Let's do
Give
it.
it time.
Let's do it.
Because I also got to start on that tree house back there.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the same spot.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ewok Village 5000.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
Badass.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's gonna be 3 ways up. I established that:
Dang.
a pulley system rope, a ladder, and a walkway
Nice.
up to the 2nd level.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
That's gonna be sweet.
Yeah. I want to. Yeah.
I got drawings I got to show you next time I'm at your place. I'll bring them over.
You say drugs?
Drawings.
Oh.
Because I took like pictures
Just. Yeah.
of the 2 trees I want to make it out of back there, and I just kind of drew over them.
Oh, yeah.
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 Just drew a perspective framing for it. I really just want to build my smokestack out there too. That's the thing
Ooh.
is I want to build a stone smokestack out back, like I have the fire pit out front. But that's where I want the half fire pit. It's going to be an open fire pit that you can use from one side, but the other side will be where you can rake in coals and throw wood, so you can smoke it out or do whatever.
That'd be awesome.
Or you can push through a whole fire and put a grate over the main fire and just have a barbecue. And I want to make but it's just got to be stone, rock, and that's it.
Save a corner. Save a corner for me. 1 bag of sand. Couple blocks. Shish kebabs. Like my thing is I love pineapple and meat. It's pineapple and meat go together. Like it could be beef, chicken, pork. It doesn't matter. Pineapple is so good.
Unless you're allergic to it.
Are you allergic to pineapple? No shit.
Oh, man.
No shit.
From Hawaii and allergic to pineapple.
What? You're like allergic to yourself?
Yeah.
What the
I'm
hell?
allergic to some melons. They make the roof of my mouth swell up kind of bad. Not to the point I can't breathe. It's not dangerous, but it is to the point. Watermelon, honeydew melon. There's certain melons that just give me that.
Yeah, I got
Not a
the
fan.
pineapple and cranberries.
Well, I don't like cranberries anyway, so.
I like dried ones, but I have to is it worth it? Like for me, that's shellfish because I'm allergic to that too. But it's worth it every time to eat it. I don't care.
That's oysters. We're talking just all kinds of shellfish, huh?
Yeah, I get itchy. I've only had to had a situation where I wish I would have had a pen, but I had friends with me who crushed the Benadryl.
Oh.
But yeah, only one
Capsules
incident.
in your wine.
Right? Like, oh crap, you look like shit.
Starting to get
I was
blotchy.
so no, I was hella blotchy. I was hot, and then it started having a hard time breathing. They're like, drink this.
You need to go to the hospital. Ugh.
Used to have one of those handy dandy pins after that.
Yeah, that was good to have. Good to have. Well, are we approaching an hour again?
We are.
5 minutes.
Yeah, do you guys
Final
anything
thoughts?
else you wanted to bring up? You got final thoughts, or think we're going to wrap this up here soon?
Well, you had one question about dry aging.
Oh, yeah.
So we can address that first.
Let's talk. Hang on, let me pause this one. We'll be right back. You won't even notice because you're on the edited side, except for the time. I gotcha. I cut myself off on purpose. But yeah, I wanted to talk about aging meats. Aging, not making jerky so much, but my not guilty pleasure, but like we were talking about earlier, those beautifully marbled steaks, those New York cuts, the Kobe New York cuts that are just, white and laced with what look like awesome canyons from another planet, and I just want to stuff in my mouth, and it melts and gives you that greasy lip feeling, and
Moist.
I'm hot. Yeah, I'm wet.
What is that, like 3? Thanks.
That's 3. Yeah, one for each segment.
Gross. But what's the best way? And I know I've asked you before, and I kind of remember with cheesecloth in my fridge. But is that the best homemade way? Even if I had to put in a little extra effort to build something, do something, how can I age meat better at home?
At home, I really stand by doing the dry aging in your refrigerator. You get like a cookie sheet, and then you wrap your meat. You should be wrapping it in paper towels because you need to change it every day.
Right.
So you wrap your steak or whatever. I like to do a prime rib, and I'll try to do it for a month.
Wow.
But like for a nice thick steak, you can like at least a week. If you're not going to do it for a week, don't do it. It's not worth it. The effort on your part and paper towels.
Be patient.
Yeah, be patient and plan ahead.
And you just change the paper
Change
towels.
it every day, and then by the end, you'll see like parts that are really super dried out, and you can go ahead and cut those off. And the flavor is just so developed; it's so super meaty and rich tasting.
So like I'm sorry. So like an edge might get hard, and then you just
because
kind of cut it off. Or
It's
something.
gray too sometimes.
Yes,
doesn't it?
if you go long enough, it will. Like whenever I do my holiday roast, it'll be pretty nasty for a little bit, but not.
Looks like gray meat because I've seen that before they trim it.
Yeah. So and then you trim it, and then you just cook it. Treat it with the love and respect it deserves. It's a steak. It's good, and you put a lot of time and effort into it.
And does the marbling make a difference? Because I like my cuts more now for health reasons to not have like any fat in them. Like the Kobe steaks I get are just red. Yeah, because the fat wouldn't break down, and I know the fat's a lot of flavor too. I get great flavor out of I use like a little bit of Himalayan salt on my steaks, and I don't dry age them. I leave them in Ziploc bags pre-salted for 3 or 4 days before I cook them, and that seems to definitely rejuvenate something, beat the crap out of it too, and all that sort of thing. But the marbling is what causes the enzymes to break down. The fat causes it to break down. Makes it delicious.
But I will say that I love a New York strip, and typically a New York strip does not have a lot of marbling. But yeah, that's my weakness. Dry aging
meat.
steak.
You really think about like all the cows and living things that we've killed, just to like you personally have eaten, and just think of all the things that have died to feed you, and doesn't that make you feel special? Like
Oddly enough, I really want to go hunting for that very reason. I want to say that I've killed an animal, that I've prepped it.
I really want to ethically gather my own meat. Yeah, that's it. I don't know, it's some primal feeling inside me that really wants to do that, especially as I got older and understood what goes on in the markets. No matter how nice you think your local owner of the Safeway is, and might know the people that work there, it doesn't clean up where the meat came from, kind of thing.
Well, think about, like, again, working at Winco. How many hands does your meat pass through to get to your plate? How many people have touched it?
And people have a disconnect. They see meat and think, oh, it comes on a tray. I buy it at the supermarket.
Yeah.
And, like, I want to feel like I had a connection to the animal, and that it makes me respect it more, treat it better when I'm cooking it, and just be thankful.
Don't steal my idea, but they should be a TV show where you go into a grocery market and you literally just rewind the tape of how that steak got there. From who wrapped it, who took it out of the box, who loaded it on the truck, to the factory of like it being shipped out of the factory, to being packaged, to the guy who cut it, to at the end of the episode you see the cow. And then I think that'd be fucking cool.
That would be really interesting.
Yeah, that and like, I just like the way factories look, where we get our everyday things. Because you're right, there's a huge disconnect, and that's
People don't look at their produce and think of a farmer.
Or the pesticides.
Would you bow hunt? Because that's what I want to do. I want to bow hunt.
I want to try that, but
Yeah.
I do want to go like with the shotgun. And
Well, I'm not going with, believe me, without a 45 on my hip. In case I'm on my back and the last thing I can do is grab my hip, point that thing 90 degrees forward, and just start pumping rounds into whatever's on top of me.
A bear.
A bear.
yeah, I was just thinking because I want to go mushroom picking when it's time. We should all go.
Ah.
I've done that before.
Well, not that kind.
Oh, okay. That's not fun. Well, I do like mushrooms, but I really like mushrooms. So, by the way, there's a funny story about that. I was at this cabin once, and I really can't continue with that story.
But I want to get a spring bear because the spring bear I hear from a lot of people is much tastier than the fall bear. The fall bear is eating more meat, so it's much gamier. It's almost gross.
Oh,
The spring bear is out of hibernation, fresh on berries. It's a leaner cut because it's lost all that weight in hibernation, and the berries literally add a sweetness and a goodness to the meat, way better than a fall bear. But then I also want to get a buck, a deer. No, I don't know the difference with those ones seasonally, so I just want to eat one. Let's go hunting.
I'm down.
Shout out to RG.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's up in Shoreline, doing good, I hear. But I
got a response from him that this is what he does on the job. This is what I do on the job. I listen to other people's podcasts while I'm driving around, and he hit me up, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm rocking this thing in my truck. It's awesome.
I want to.
Thank you."
I want to. Oh yeah, we should get him down.
Yes, I miss him.
Him and Cac. Him and Kyle. Whatever you want to call yourself nowadays. I don't care. He has more names than fucking, more changes than David Bowie. But,
Prince.
Prince, there you go.
Prince. The artist formerly known as Prince.
Pancakes, bitch. But, yeah.
How about your show?
Yeah,
What do you want to do? Like,
I don't know. I'm just thinking of developing a cooking show on YouTube. Bring friends out, teach them what I know.
are you going to do it at your house?
Yeah,
Okay.
totally.
So you have a place to shoot.
I do.
Do you have a camera you're going to shoot with? Do you have a DSLR, or do you have...
I have like a little point and shoot
My phone.
Panasonic thing.
Yeah, my phone.
My phone, whatever.
Q. It's a Galaxy 3.
Dude, I don't know. That might work. Wait, do y'all have Galaxy 3s?
No, I have an iPhone.
Oh,
I've got one.
Okay, I was like, you and I both do. I was like, do you really have one too? All right, old school. We're like 2-3 generations back.
Yay.
But yeah, so working on that and then getting the blog back up.
No, I'm
I've
excited.
had people ask about it. Like when I used to live in Colorado, I had a couple of people start following it, and so they're like, "Where are you? I still love your." One girl really likes the chili. She's like, "I love your chili recipe." So I'm gonna get off my ass. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, by the way, I just got to say, because I don't know if we were talking here or outside about people like posting food or something like that, but I hate you because you make me feel bad about my life. Like I'm just wasting my life. I'm at home eating a cup of Nellie's chili, original, or maybe if I want to get fancy, I'll get the one with cheese in it. But I'm eating Nellie's chili with some saltines, and then you've got a picture on Facebook of like, pho, or like, oh yeah, here's some sea asparagus, dipped in gold, and then rolled in fucking Oprah's fucking hair. I don't know, but for some reason I just think that tastes good. Is that weird, or is that the wine? I don't know.
That's the wine.
Is it?
Yeah, I am guilty.
Not that
of
I know how that tastes.
like gold.
I must have heard that somewhere.
Like
it's good.
Like money. It tastes like money. But no, seriously, like you post that stuff,
tastes
and
like
I
clams.
get so hungry. I didn't know hair could be moist.
I went to Oprah's fried chicken joint that she likes in Seattle. It wasn't very good.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Jollibee is way better.
Wait a minute, back up.
Oh, Jollibee.
Mm-hmm.
Who likes the fried chicken joint?
There's some fried chicken joint that Oprah loves, and they have a picture of her up. She's like, world's best chicken. It's mediocre. It's like I get excited about Jollibee. Like, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get my chicken joy on.
Is it in a trendy part of town?
Jollibee is in the mall in South Center because it's attached with Seafood City.
Oh, is it a chain?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's a Filipino chain.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be like, because she came to Seattle and fucking loved it.
Is it weird that, like, most, like, I don't know, like, just from what I've seen at Seafood City, Filipino food, a lot of it is red. Like red hot dogs, red sausage.
Communist.
No, I'm
Hey man, I don't diss the red hot dogs.
No, I'm not.
I grew up in Hawaii, man. That's like what you eat.
I love it because it's sweeter. Mm-hmm. And then Jollibee's, because I had the spaghetti with hot dogs in it, and that was really good. And their spaghetti sauce is
bomb.
Yeah,
it's banana sauce.
Yeah, it's sweet and red. Mm-hmm. And, oh, is that it? Banana sauce?
You know the banana sauce? It's in the jar. Like they use it like ketchup.
Oh, it just clicked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. God, we gotta get Earl down here. He can talk about some Filipino food.
I love Filipino food.
Yeah.
His mom will make you fat, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's been a few times.
Oh jeez. I gotta just find a Filipino just to cook for me like all day. I just go to frequent the retirement homes, pick me out. I'm like a Filipino woman. Chain her to a stove or a toilet at night.
But you're no gold digger.
Yeah. Just here for the food. What the fuck am I going with that?
Oh, no.
That's just horrible.
Filipino food
You're
is
hungry.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm getting hungry. I need to find a Jollibee's, man, or a Chow King.
Man,
I know, right? Shit.
I'm like, is churches still open?
Oh,
Dude, like I said, that pho place is open till like 1 a.m. around the corner.
Just drop the bomb. Churches. We're all gonna leave.
Dude, I landed on Churches right when it got here, and I really haven't eaten there since. When we lived in Redondo.
Oh yeah. We went there every week for like a month or something.
Yeah. I don't eat a lot of fried chicken though.
I like fried chicken.
We talked about this in the last episode with Carl and Adrian, and then they're like, no, you know who eats fucking fried chicken? Earl eats fucking fried chicken. And we have seen that guy walk in so many times with a bag of QFC, bag of Albertsons. He's like, whichever grocery store is around, he came with their deli's fried chicken.
Yeah.
Or chicken strips. That's his fried chicken strips. It's like, of all people, he's the one that eats. The Filipino guy eats a lot of fried chicken.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. That's why we keep Earl around. Because he'll let us know, hey, you don't want to eat that fried chicken. You want to go eat this fried chicken.
Dude, not only that, because I was like, hey man, I got an extra piece in here now.
Yeah, you can have a wing. Oh god. Just a breast in one hand and a thigh in the other.
I'm all dark meat, thigh and leg.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I like both.
I only like the white meat if it's the chicken tender part.
I like it with sauce. I'll go dark meat raw, but white meat's got to be dipped or something.
It's
over a salad. I don't know.
Again, it all matters on the spices, what they make. I mean,
yeah, I have had some super tender white meat before, I guess.
Or if it's just Safeway chicken, then yeah.
I mean, McDonald's, they're fucking on top of that. Nitrit's injecting shit.
Yeah. Ugh. Bastards.
Kitty litter to help hold the moisture in it.
And you can't tell me a chicken nugget is natural when there's only 6 shapes of a chicken nugget. It's like, this is not happening.
I saw the YouTube channel thing about they walk you through their plants and how they actually make it. And the only thing that caught me was at some point they're trying to be transparent about everything they put in. Okay, so you see, this is how we debone it on this weird little thing, and then it goes from right into here into this grinder. It pumps out here where you mix in a few spices, some of the prepping that's going to help it cook through, a little bit of water so it flash freezes easier, and then some preservatives. Moving on, after it's squeezed out, I'm like, whoa. Back up. The preservative part. That is the question. You're not proving anything to anyone by showing us how it's all put together when the part that's in question is the preservatives, and that's how they touched on it. They just told you, like, all we add are this, and preservatives. But then after it's all blended together, then we squeeze it out into the pre-made shapes that are then breaded and blah, blah, blah.
The things they do to those chickens, like, it's like, and this is the sex rape chamber where we fuck the chickens before we kill them. This is Tom. Dude. He's been working here for 20 years, and he's got tumors all around his thumbs where they try and bite him, and he holds them down, and he literally jams his dick into them and fucks them, and then you get your chicken.
I can't believe how they treat those chickens. It's horrible.
Mm-hmm. Or just delicious. The throwing away of the baby chicks.
Oh, gosh. I see those videos, and, like, I have to watch them.
I do, too. Like, when I go to festivals, if a vegan hands me a DVD, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, I take it home and I watch it. Like it's
and then, like, I cry.
It is crazily harsh. I don't get why. I don't agree with that part, but it is crazily harsh of fucking how it goes down. That's why I want to shoot an arrow through its heart at, like, 300 feet per second, and then hear it hit the stump behind him.
And because I'm a horrible shot, I have to run up to it after it's, running for 20 minutes of bleeding out.
You got the shotgun shell at the end of a stick where
I take a flat head shovel. I just take a flat shovel and I start just jamming
the spear. Shotgun shell tip spear.
Oh, man.
Do it.
Butter knife straight to the eye, and then I just work it.
So, my original idea for hunting, and I found out it's not legal, is I wanted to actually, and I tried talking you guys into it before I found out it wasn't legal, was spear hunting a bear. I think it's possible.
No. No.
Boy, hear me out. So if you had, I always figured at least 5 guys, and at least 3 are going to have pistols on their sides. That's still the idea. But if you could get 5 guys with 8-foot spears, maybe 12-foot spears, think of how a bear moves. The idea is you want to get its hind hips. You know where your pelvic bone is? Imagine 5 guys surrounding a bear, and if 2 of them could pitch in to the hip, one spears one hip, one spears the other, you basically immobilize it, and the last one can come up and do the heart, do the business. But,
dude, that's so bad. Can we end this on how to kill a bear? That's so badass.
Right? And I wanted to do it so bad, and I only got 2 guys to go, yeah, we could actually try it. Yeah, I think it's totally possible. I mean, no doubts, like, I know it's coming out real raw, and a lot of you hunters, enthusiasts, people who think guns are dangerous and think it's a stupid idea are probably screaming at your radios or whatever you're listening to, saying that's ridiculous. It's going to be more planned out than I'm making it sound right now. Right? I mean, you can organize to make sure there's no crossfire. I think that's why only 3 guys would have pistols, because not all 3 are going to get taken out. Plus, I don't want so many guys surrounding each other to crossfire if someone panicked. Mm-hmm. And the idea is that hopefully the 3 guys have had some gun control or gun experience to where they won't shoot someone, especially in a crossfire. And we have to organize ourselves in such a way we won't stick each other, we won't shoot each other, all sorts of things. But I thought that would be possible. It's not legal. You cannot spear hunt a bear. It's not considered
humane,
ethical. Yeah, it's not humane or ethical. Oh. Even though the kill is quick. The kill is quick.
Would you gotta stab it in the legs first or the hips?
Just to immobilize it, but it's almost no less than draining it with an arrow, because when you stick it through the lungs and the heart, it just gives that last before it drops down.
You gotta really get a good spear, because that skin is thick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, are you talking the steel tipped, or we're talking if we're gonna go all natural, maybe sharpened stone,
No, I might have a couple of each, as stone, as steel. I don't know.
We're doing all natural, so grab your arrowheads and your gun.
I know those right stones are probably the sharpest things I can get my hands on.
Yeah,
those stones shaped right, man, are fucking ridiculous sharp. They are surgeon sharp.
So I'd only do it with the minimal people I'd kill a bear with. I mean, we're talking tomorrow we're going into the woods and we're doing this.
5 guys.
I'm saying 6.
Yeah, all right.
I'm saying 6.
I wouldn't say no to it. I wouldn't say no to 10.
Because 6 people, one's going to get away and let everyone know what happened and tell that story. That's what's going to happen.
He's the survivor in your 5-man story. Is the 6th guy.
We're talking bears. You can't escape from them. They climb trees. You can't hide.
Yeah.
They'll follow you wherever you go.
Yep.
You know, you can jump in your Jeep and drive off. Guess what? He's in the back seat.
Get a mile down the road and he pops up, man, those fuckers.
He pops up and he's like, keep driving. Fuck.
Take me home.
Take a left here.
Take me back.
Where are we going, man? And
We're going to see your family. Fucking bear.
You got an Escalade following
That's
you
why
behind.
you're 45. That's at your ribs, man. While you're driving, you just shoot through your driver's seat into the back seat where he's at. Fucking unload on that.
Dude, a 45?
Dude, that thing's got to have stopping power.
Dude, a 45 for a bear?
Yeah.
Like, is that enough?
It's compact enough that...
you could hold it.
Yeah, and it's got enough hammer that it will... I'm not going for penetration. I'm going for the
stopping power.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, yeah.
It would stop him, especially if you hit him in the head. Hit him in the head or the heart. It might not go through him, but it'll stop them, I think.
Dude, they're
I don't know. Plus, it carries 9 rounds. Better than 6, you know.
Yeah.
I know you could get a 50. You can get those fucking... You get bear pistols, man. They're like the size of my thumb. The round is just... It only holds like 4 or 5 rounds in the revolver because the round is so big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those things that'll like... You hit yourself in the forehead and shoot.
No thanks.
Yeah. I don't want to carry something like that. I want to be mobile enough that if needed, I can pull it out and shoot it single-handed and be able to just rotate it on my hip and shoot up. That's what I'm picturing. Last resort is I'm on my back. This thing is still holstered, and all I can do is point it up. Like it's still in the holster. If you can just crank your belt enough to grab the trigger and pull it out enough to just start blasting, that's going to be the scariest point, is if I'm ever on my back, something's on top of me and I haven't pulled my gun out yet.
You're running from a bear and all of a sudden you come up to a cliff and you're just, end game right here. And then it's just you and your 45 and a fucking grizzly bear looking at you with, your dead friends around you, I'm saying that's why 6 people. You got 2 people working the hips. You got 2 other people keeping them busy, keeping those paws busy, working him, trying to stab his shoulders, making sure you can control his movement. And then you got 2 guys that are on either side, front and back, trying to go for the kill.
Front and sides going for the heart.
Yeah. You got 2 guys in the legs, 2 guys for the arms, trying to distract him, keep his arms working at distracting him with their spears. And then you got 1 guy working the face and the other guy working the back of the lungs.
Yeah, 'cause the way I pictured it is the hips is from wrestling.
That's a good idea.
You got to control the hips.
Yeah.
If you control the hips, you control the body.
Yeah.
That's the idea in wrestling, is if you control that pivot point. So I figured on a bear, it's the same thing. And how they move, they either move on all 4s with steering in the rear with their hips and how they move their rear legs, or they stand up and walk.
Mm-hmm.
So you take the hips
That's the
out.
thing about bears. They can,
they can
4
walk.
legs, they can walk, they can climb,
They can
swim.
grab you, man. They will grab you.
Mm-hmm.
Ah! Arms apart.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's a rough way to go.
Yeah. They can, 1 slash, they'll rip your face off if they don't kill you. That's why they're just mean-spirited fucking animal. Well, they just want to watch you fucking suffer.
What fucking assholes. So let's eat a spring bear that's just come out of hibernation and fucking wake up.
You think a real polar bear would be good? Because
seal, man, they eat seal. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, just maybe the fat.
That's the thing, is they're gamey, I bet, because that's why spring bear is better than fall bear. They eat more meat in the fall, so they're gamey. They're less tasty. The spring bear that eats a berry.
Maybe it's just maybe I just want the fur.
Yeah, I just want the fur.
I don't know.
I just want to videotape it and see what kind of comments I get. I'll see how many retweets.
I'm not even gonna clean the blood stains off it. I'm just gonna hang it. It's just the way it's natural.
It's like, why is the whole thing red, Alex? The whole fucking thing.
Just burn marks from the bullet holes. God, how many of our friends are gonna hate us just because we're talking about like killing a bear.
Quite a few.
Quite a few.
It's just thoughts, just ideas.
Maybe we can make some new friends out there.
It's just planting seeds.
Building those bridges.
No. I'm going to touch on... No, I kind of want to end on killing a bear.
That's
I was going to talk about what we talked about at the beginning and how that could be relevant. It's just perception.
Maybe just thanks and shout outs. More shout outs, thanks.
Yeah, so shout out to all you hunters out there shooting bears down because they're fucking assholes. They'll grab your head and pick you up and start eating you, and yeah, take them down. No, I'm just kidding. Ethically hunt for your food. You'll enjoy it. You like camping? Go kill a bear. Bring it home. Eat for like 3 months. Some awesome bear steaks. Shout outs otherwise. My introduction song. For now, I don't really have an outroduction song. But
where you at, Earl?
Where you at, Earl? We need an outro. I don't know. He submitted a couple of songs. He did. Oh no, fuck it. I'll outro on a different song he sent in.
God, I gotta kick it with that guy. I feel so bad. I just literally been disappearing lately because of work.
Yeah. But he's coming with us to Joe Rogan tomorrow night.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty fun.
Have fun, guys.
Yeah. Well, Cameo, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And thanks for sharing some of your snacks here. Some of them we didn't really get to, but, still, that's cool. And Alex, again, I wanted Alex on because, like we said, we all share the same palate. We all come from an Asian background where we eat weird shit and we love it. Mm-hmm. But, thank you for listening.
Oh, I got one more shout out. I listened to Carl's album and it's awesome.
Yes.
Chief Cooley Project. Purification Rituals.
That's my philosophy.
That was good.
That's my favorite song on there.
Yeah. And if you didn't get to sample that at all, it was all from last episode 2. We had it playing a little bit in the background.
Oh, nice.
It's out.
But it's out now.
Yeah.
It has since come out. It came out on Tuesday. Check it out. Purification Rituals.
That's my philosophy.
Wait a minute. We have the... Sorry, you got to back up here. We have the artist of the album cover. That's Alex. Here.
No, dude,
no. We were on that for a minute. It's awesome. And he gave you the title a long time ago, right? When he first started working on it, is that right?
Yeah.
It fits perfectly because we were talking about DMT trips and guided meditation and things like that, and how you have your chief or the shaman that guides you through some spiritual experience or drug experience, however you want to look at it, but how they use it. But that's just what I thought of when purification rituals, and it is the chief blowing the design into the air, whatever that is. I don't know. It
that was me going for broke.
But it was amazing.
It rang perfect for an album cover.
And that's what everybody
really cool.
should check out too, is Alex's art.
Oh,
yeah. I've got pieces hanging up in my house.
Yeah, thank you. It was funny because my original idea for it was because I was looking at a bunch of girls on the internet. Where was I going with that?
Xtube?
Oh,
yeah. No, wait, that was just last time I was on the computer.
No. It was, you know how the hipster girls trying to look like 18th century Indians with the headdress and stuff? Mm-hmm. I was thinking of, what if there's an 18th century Indian trying to look like a hipster? It's kind of trying to come back at, but I had a lot of fun doing the Indian. I didn't want to get too racist with the nose and this the whole Indian face, because I didn't want to
racist. You just mean forcefully depicted, over exaggerate what might
the old school Redskins fucking logo. I didn't want to get too stereotypical Indian dude, but no, I had fun doing it, and they should hit me up again and ask me to do another one, Ray. Ray, Ian, Adrian. I gave Adrian one. That was a fun one, but do it again, and I'd do it again too. You can't stop it coming at you.
Well, I played the outro twice through there in the background if you didn't hear it, so now I'm just playing the intro again. And alright, last words again. I don't know, fucking thanks again for listening.
Wubba lubba dub dub.
Fun.
Check these guys out on their Facebooks. Check out their art. Check out the food. Check out the blog 1337 foodie
WordPress.com. Yep.
Alex is on Facebook. His art's on Facebook. Check out the Chief Cooley project that came out from the last episode. And other than that, go fuck yourself. Woo! And oh wait. We're all gonna smile for the camera. You're not gonna see this. You can listen to it, and then you'll see it later. Actually, you'll see it in the beginning. You're gonna see it before you know what the hell I'm talking about right now. You'll know what I'm talking about. All right. Here you go. Alex, what the fuck are you doing?
You want me to look in the eyes or at the camera?
Look at my eyes.
Should I look at your eyes?
Not my eyes.
Camera?
Look at their eyes.
What?
Look at their eyes.
Whose eyes am I looking at? Okay.
All right.